Fucking scared me with that. Oh my god. I was taking a shit and then I got a notification on my fucking phone. Thank you for the 50, brother. I forgot to fucking make a day for a reset on the week, but yeah, I did 1 week reward. Yeah, I forgot to make a week save, so I guess I'll restart from here, I guess.
Sure.
I'm gonna have to ignore what this guy says if I'm fucking restarting this shit. Let me see. How far back is my save? Because it might be more than a week by now. I might have to reset this week. Let's see. Yeah, that's more than a week. Okay, let me make a save here, and then I'll rewind this. I'll speed run. That's Young Me's fault. Also, fuck you. But thank you.
I wonder.
Piece of shit.
My thanks.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Alright, buddy, listen. Everything you're saying right now literally doesn't matter because I'm gonna have to play it again anyway.
Well then.
Watch it. I'm gonna like hit like a big cutscene and have to fucking redo that bullshit again. Can you actually leave this at night? Oh, you can. Okay, I didn't know that. I was wondering that. Are there people like outside here? The announcement's tomorrow?
Alright then.
Alright, if the announcement's fucking tomorrow, I'm just gonna reset now. Oh, this sucks. Well, how far back is this? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's before the fucking dungeon. You've got to be fucking shitting me. I'm gonna fucking jump off a cliff. Holy cannoli. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm still a triple knight, bro. Ain't no way.
What now?
Okay, well, I'm gonna. Okay.
Now, where was I?
Unironically, a prime time reset. It's so over, bro.
Please do make yourselves
I'm
comfortable.
gonna say it. The rewind incentive is ass, bro. I literally never expect people to like actually do it. I'm gonna be honest. All right. Do you think people who have only played the Persona games should try this? Yeah, why not? I think if you like anything Atlus related, then you should. Because you're an idiot? I mean, this is true. Wait. I wanted this guy to be a brawler? Do I even have brawler unlocked at this point? The Hulk and shit. Oh, dude, don't worry about it, dude. You're good, man. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get to July either, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh. Got it.
What do you think? Let us hurry.
Are we at least out of the demo? No, not anymore. We were, now we're not.
Hey.
We're off.
If I pay to rewind, do I get to name him? I mean, technically, yes.
What?
Oh, hell no, you got sent back? Yes, I got sent back. How's game going?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I need your permission?
I really like it so far.
And the soldier that went in to rescue her hasn't come back.
I think the combat rules. How much to spend you forward? You want to send me forward?
Oh, come on.
I guess if you want to send me forward, fucking, how would I even do this? Huh? That's kind of 5-head though. I mean, I guess I could just like swap it around, right? Like make it the same price, but if you want it to go forward, then I'll just go forward. Also, thank you for the 20, Oni.
should put a save donation. Probably. I don't want to see this shit again.
Right there. Hey, good one.
You guys are fucking hilarious. Also, Tyler, are you actually like stuck at home?
All right.
Strange.
Hey.
I told him not to add the rewind bullshit.
Nice find.
Well, you see,
It could be useful.
I'd say it worked out.
There they are.
Why did I watch the VOD offline if I was just gonna do this? Did you actually? What were these guys even weak to? I don't remember, bro.
We better stay on our toes.
Let's go. You better be sure.
You're still a knight? Well, I had to rewind, so.
Hack and slash. The end's in sight. Is everyone all right?
Don't forget a brawler. I don't even have it unlocked yet, bro. How the fuck are you at 3 nights again? I had to rewind a week, so I'm back in the dungeon again.
Good.
I want to find the name of that that one like mini boss theme.
Now I call upon royal power within. I'll cut you down.
And that's that. Victory's ours.
Don't get too relaxed. These monsters are relentless. Come on. I see the end. Push through. That was the last.
Yeah. Once I find the girl, I can throw brawler on. And then I need to what is everything that I did yesterday? Who did you want to be brawler? Because I know that I have to turn the other two into the other characters that I had before, which was like, was it Seeker, Knight, and Warrior, I think? Straw probably? Okay.
Hurry. We're off.
Bro, almost half your time is gonna be spent catching back up. Well, you know, while I'm catching up, why don't we catch up, you know? Was that
Right there.
was that smooth? Did I get you that one?
Tis our opening. Jump on him. Everyone, go.
Rizzed up, Rizzler. Smooth. I mean, for real though, I'm probably not gonna pay attention to what I'm doing, so I might as well chill with you guys, right?
I strike with conviction.
If you didn't ask if that was smooth, you would have been smooth. I mean, it was smooth enough, no? Are you not impressed?
No. Right there. They die hard.
Need the Subway Surfers? You know, to this day, I've still never seen gameplay of that. Like, okay, I guess that's a lie. I technically pulled gameplay of that game for, like, a video I was doing for a client, but...
A new power to wield.
Excuse me. Not Pookie? Who is Pookie, and why do you keep calling me that?
Yeesh.
I remember I fought this guy.
Hey. What was that?
It was on Minecraft Parkour and Satisfying Slime Comp. What does that even mean, bro?
Jeez, they're pretty tough.
Let's go.
Better be
Is there
careful.
enough? I'll get some distance. Nice. Come and get me.
Family Guy funny moment.
See him die.
For all that we strive for. Not this one.
Yeah.
My blade must fight harder. Satisfactory.
Dun, 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 dun.
Don't suppose I could talk you down?
Captain, they've got your defenses down.
Come on.
Exactly, August. You understand.
There's no holding back. You know?
I've sworn oath of knighthood. Just the thing.
I knew you'd help. We up. Give it up already.
Captain, they've got your defenses down.
Oh, I'm like double defense down. Hell yeah.
Come and get them. I call upon royal power within. The end's in sight. Nothing make this easy and die.
Letting this rewind to make you redo Necromancer, Human Giant, and that Desert Lion though. Who even was the Human Giant? I don't remember. Oh yeah, that big dude. Actually completely forgot about that boss.
Let's try this.
Crazy Valley, fuck you, Andy.
My blade cuts like the wind. It's almost
Try to
decided.
die quietly now.
Captain's hurt bad.
Give it up already.
Get some healing.
By this power. Come on. No point resisting, you know.
Someone?
What are my synthesis skills now? Oh, fucking useless. Okay.
Hack and slash.
Captain,
Let's
they've
get
got
this
your
over
defenses
with.
down.
Here.
That helped. We up. Down. Time for some close combat.
Fell asleep last night. How did you like P5R? Didn't get to watch you play. Hyped to watch that VOD. I mean that VOD is from like 5 years ago. I played it a long time ago.
This'll do it.
But I really liked P5R. It was awesome.
Now, what's the play? Night.
But yeah, I was just playing that while I was you know, sleeping.
There's no point resisting, you know. Try to die quietly now.
Yeah, I also really like that you can just like restart a battle whenever you want. It's really nice.
I shall vanquish evil.
How far are you in, Andy?
I continue to grow.
Come on.
I'm not gonna touch the recent save. Just in case. I doubt anyone would fucking push me back to where I was, but I'm gonna keep it there just in case. I have 20 hours. Oh my god.
there.
You're deep.
No choice but
You're
to head for it.
deep. God, I don't even remember what the fuck I was doing. Oh, back up here. Oh, where are we back here? We got rewinded. I'm putting a thing where if anyone wants me to go back, then I'll make it the same price at 50, but I doubt anyone's going to. Just in case that happens, I'm gonna keep my save.
Look at her.
King Crimson! Yes, that's exactly what happened. Alright, so you wanted Straw and Brawler. That means I turn myself into a Seeker.
I've got a bounty.
You collect.
And you just helped a Parapus without... And when he heard the news, people are suffering.
Did you make a save every 7 days?
Here we go, then.
Yeah, I have been.
Changes the world first.
This one was just 8 days instead of 7, but you know, it's close enough.
Now, catch you later.
Catch you late.
Got it.
Pushing forward. Stay present.
We found some. Here we go.
Exorcist Knuckles.
That.
Isn't that... What do you think?
Okay, let me make this save here. Then I'll keep the save at the top for going back.
Let's hurry.
Yeah, it'll be 50. Don't do it, brother. Just fucking give money to yourself. You need more. Subco, I think you're what's great about these streams. Katharina has to be the funniest name so far. They just barely try. They're just Catherine with an A. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Even her outfit, I feel like they were not thinking with that thing. They were like, what if she was pink? And then they just took the most random clothes and threw it on her. Oh wait, I can talk to the cat to change my shit. Hold on. Okay. No, like if I want you to go forward to where you were before I left to do something, can I? Well, the only save I have left is, is from 621. So this was like basically when I started my stream, except I already beat the boss in the desert is where I was. Basically, if someone sends 50, I'll go back to that save. But until that happens, I'm gonna keep this up. And let me go change my stuff before I forget. Who's been spitting? Wait, what do you mean by this, Kevin?
Do make yourself at home.
Fast forward, but oh well, I'm not gonna listen to this dialogue. Like, you know, I've already heard it like 3 times. Straw. Is this Brawler? Which one's Brawler? This one.
That is.
Of course I don't have enough. Hawk Tua. Yes. Alright, when I have enough mag, I'll go change this. And then, oh. I need to change.
Do make yourselves comfortable.
Change this to Seeker. Let's go Inheritance. I don't even have enough for that. Okay. Well, the difference, yeah, I'm curious about that too. Feeling better? What do you mean? Okay.
Oh. Are you
Okay. Well, thank you, Chef Sean.
What now?
Okay, well, that actually means I hit the first goal. It means I have to order a knight cosplay, so give me a second. Free yourself. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we'll have to do that tomorrow. Who do I need to suck? Chefus Jonas, our Lord and Savior. Thank you, my Lord. Chefus Jonas. Oh, I'm not signed in on Amazon on this PC. Hold on. Damn, we had him having to redo 3 bosses and everything, man. Are you getting the link thing? I'm gonna check it right now. Salvation. Okay, you know what? Since Chef John, if you're still here, since you're the one that did it, I'll let you pick. Do you want me to eat the chicken? Pick the outfit. You pick the outfit. Let me send these to myself so you can pick, and I'll order whichever one. I'll have to get overnight shipping. Okay, so I'll have to order the rotisserie chicken as well, and I need to find my fucking DSLR thing so I can hook up my camera, but here. For those wondering, the next goal after this one is a giveaway of Metaphor, but don't feel pressured to like donate. It'll take a while until we get to that point. Okay. Which of these? I already know which one you're gonna pick, but which one of these do you want me to order? The Knight cosplay, which is just like the video itself, or do you want me to order the? You want me to order the chicken egg, like the fucking eggs in the game, the human eggs, whatever the fuck they're called, Homo Oppo. I already know which one you're gonna pick. Which one do you want me to buy?
I'll just buy it. You want me to buy the knight? Okay, okay. Let me order it. What the fuck? Thank you, Chef Sean. I can't believe I'm getting overnight shipping on a stupid fucking costume. Size extra large, because, you know, we're big boys. Alpha male. All right, I've ordered the cosplay. Is it gonna fit? Probably, hopefully. If it doesn't, I'm sorry.
What now?
Okay.
Thank you, Chef John. You have no idea how badly I did not want to go through all that bullshit again. I'm gonna be honest. I did not want to go through all that bullshit again. Is there a limit to? No, I'd just go back again. I have really well-tamed patience, Oni.
I wonder.
I wanted him to go through that bullshit again. Fuck you. Yeah, we're back to normal, Tyler.
My thanks. Long ago.
Now, this story goes back to my grandfather's grandfather. Once, far, far away. Oh, this is going to be a lame-ass story, isn't it? There is a village out in the countryside. There was a cave nearby that the villagers prohibited anyone from entering. But one day, my ancestor, who was just a boy then, decided he had to see it for himself.
Come on.
So he defied his elders? Your ancestor sounds like a handful. It runs in the family. Ha! Anyway, sure enough, he ventured deep inside and soon became swallowed in darkness, hopelessly lost. Excuse me. A handful or not, he was still just a boy, and his bravery failed him. He sank to his knees in the dark, crying pitifully.
Nevertheless.
Excuse me. What's up, Dole? Will you ever make a drinking stream? No, I don't drink. But then something bathed in a warm light caught his eye as it approached him. The little light actually spoke, saying, "Pipe down, you can't cry in a place like this." He was shocked. After he got a good look at it, the boy realized it was a fairy, pulsing with light. He was so relieved his tears only magnified. But the fairy couldn't bear it. Throwing her arms up, she said, "If you want to cry so badly, fine, suit yourself," and she left. But before she knew it, the fairy returned. "Come on, follow me," she said. "I'll show you the way out." You see, she had sensed a dangerous beast deep in the cave, and compassion won that day. She decided to get him safely back to the entrance. I thought the fairy was kind of cruel at first, but I guess she had a good heart. When they arrived at the cave's mouth, the boy turned to thank the fairy, but she had already disappeared into thin air. Time marched on, and he grew into an adult. He visited the cave countless times, hoping to find and thank her, but he never saw her again as long as he lived. Oh, but would you look at the time? We better pick this up again later. If you'd like to know the ending, I'll be around. I'll be honest, brother, I don't think I want to know the ending of that. I do have a bottle of champagne, I do. And I'm probably never going to drink it. Only other criticism I have, besides less voice acting, is I wish less models repeated. There's a lot of repeated models, but honestly, it's the fact that the models kind of look like ass, if I'm being honest. Vegeta versus Goku beam clash in the chat, so true. I didn't want to watch it again either. Oh, let me go see what I can actually do outside.
It's time. Say there.
What is available out here? I wonder what the hardest stat is to get. I know we get courage from bounties, so I probably don't need to do that. Wisdom we're getting from that one quest, so I don't need to do that. Probably eloquence and imagination we got to focus on. Let's keep doing imagination. Imagination? Okay, well that's good to know. What is that? Tolerance, I think?
All right then.
Let's go.
Some random stats.
But
Wow, this looks really cool at night. Meteors just fucking floating there for a while. I like the idea of the faceless NPCs of 5. Just to see them have faces. I don't know if I have a preference. I would like to mix both of them, to be honest. Sometimes I notice it, sometimes I don't. What, the NPCs? Oh, look at this drunk bastard. I'm so drunk and I'm fat. I just want to point out that these two drunk NPCs are doing the exact same animation, like 5 feet from each other. Ah, the fairy and the Elder. I'm glad we meet again. I believe we were in the middle of a story. Would you care to hear the next part?
what do you want to do?
If you listen to the elderly gentleman again, your imagination will probably improve. Let's do it. I have everything at 4, but imagination, that shit takes too long. I guess I'm just gonna spam this old man then. Let's see, I believe we left off with my ancestor being unable to find the mysterious fairy to thank her for saving his life. We've hit a bit of a time skip here, as this next part concerns my grandfather. Bear with me. My grandfather was also a mischievous sort, and one day he too ventured into the Forbidden Cave and became hopelessly lost. Wow, mischief really does run in the family. So it does. Anyway, lost in the dark, what should my grandfather find? A fairy, of course. She was beautiful, just as the fairy his grandfather had described. He knew right away it was the same fairy. Again? I'm not going to help you this time, said the fairy, rolling her eyes. My grandfather could only blurt out a confused what? I thought he said blunt for a second. It was the first time he'd ever been to the cave, after all. Then the fairy said, "Don't blame me if you get eaten by the beast." And that's when my grandfather realized the fairy was mistaking him for his grandfather. Wow! The boy you're thinking of is long gone. I'm his grandson, he said. The fairy considered this for a moment, then said, "You people die so young." The fairy led my grandfather out of the cave like she did his grandfather before. The whole time, he kept his grandfather's regrets in mind. So before she could vanish, he turned to her and said, "Thank you for helping my grandfather. If you're wondering if history will repeat, I doubt it. My family had to leave that village when my grandfather grew up. So I'm sure you can appreciate how assuming I found it to find a fairy here in Grand Trad. My family's fate seemed tied to the fairies. I'm glad your family got closure with the fairy, and meeting you like this, who knows, maybe it really is fate." That was just bizarre, I'm gonna be honest.
All right.
Whole family of spit roasters. Yeah, I mean, look at him. You blame the guy? He's watching the other going, "I can drink," but oh, dude, truly, he probably is. He's even imitating his drunkenness.
Well then.
Best part of this quest so far was misreading blunt. True. So far, the social stat, like, ways to... Oh, he's talking. I didn't think he was gonna talk, I'm not gonna lie.
I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it. This might be a day that goes down in history.
Yeah, when he went right then, I was like, oh, that's good. That's one of those times where, like, you know, they just say like one word. That's what I thought he was doing. Excuse me.
Ladies and gents, lend me your ears. Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
So it really is His Majesty.
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision shall be our new king. This is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne.
Anyone?
Even me. If, and this is a big if, you are the person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me? In charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. Right, let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose that way you can see their inspiring faces anytime, anywhere.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by royal magic. Assassinations off the table. Magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes to Count Luis's sorry assailant.
So, literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
But hold on, you mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word. Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp. Anyone in the land could be our next king.
I want to know who the third person is, because there's a third person there in the face and on this rock, but it looks like a generic like face, you know? It doesn't look like it's actually anybody, but maybe it's actually just a bald guy, and I just haven't met him yet.
I heard the announcement. The church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
That's not good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable. I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We appear to be at an impasse.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her...
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues.
Where?
You're kidding.
I'll be honest, Alano, I don't remember. Maybe it's you? Oh, like the main character? I don't think so. I don't think anybody knows who I am yet.
All right then.
Ridiculous. I'm just incredulous. This is all right.
What's it all got to do with us anyway?
That's terribly unfair.
I'm trying to think of like areas that Grius was at. I don't fucking remember any areas Greece was at.
Now, who's the trustworthy one?
Is this like faster? I can't even tell.
I'm just incredulous.
You know what? Let me go back down to the slums. I might be able to see there, based off what people say. Ridiculous.
Whatever.
The stairs north of Sunshade Row by the general store.
Hey!
All right then.
This is the general store, right?
Let's go. Okay?
How to handle this? Sorry, but
Ah, hello. Say, we're looking for a little girl. Have you seen anyone like that around here? Oh, could it be that half-blood? If so, then yes, I did see her. She was muttering Papa and looking all sad. I saw her go through the back alley. Maria, could she have gone to the Grand Cathedral? The back alley.
I'm out of ideas. Just can't believe it's true.
that's enough now.
This seems so dangerous. Just be fucking skating on a sword, but it's so cool.
This is all right. Hello there.
Do you know that little half-blood girl? You can't let a girl like that walk the streets alone. You're just asking for trouble. Huh, she just went inside. Wait, you let her pass? Why? The way her eyes looked, I'd not be the one to stop her now. She's been coming to pray for a while, no matter how many glares she gets. Okay, that doesn't really excuse letting her go, bro. What? What kind of fucking dumbass soldier are you?
Huh? Why?
What are you doing?
What are you doing here?
Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray, and he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. Hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It'll work out somehow. I'm sure of it.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. The prince told me that once.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
The local NPC reminds you of Naruto Rise of a Ninja. Be minding your business, get shit talked like 50 times.
Maria!
Bro, I always wanted to play that game.
You had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria. Yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
Okay. Fabian's back. All right, let me lock in. Hi, Z's.
Sorry, did I wake you?
By
Laying
sighing?
here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince.
Bro, he's like, sorry, did I wake you up? All right, let me just tell you, let me just start trauma dumping.
Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
I'm not awake enough for this. Let's think about it together, my boyfriend.
Let's think about it together. Keeping me company, are you? You really are a strange one. My kind of strange, if I'm honest. That book, is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Want to read it?
Want to read it? If you don't mind, since we finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a Kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps
Stop the count!
But it sounds almost like the aim of the
I want to
King's
recount.
You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive. A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse. Sleep should come easier now. Think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
I mean, brother, we've clearly read the book like 100 times.
And the age
You're just
of the new
yapping.
king draws nearer.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne! Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch, or in it to win?
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it would be easy. And the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
Frustrated emoji?
A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But
Weasels.
organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
We need a plan, and then we can take action. As an Elda, I'm an outcast of the city. I think that gives us an advantage here.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit, but it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
What a surprise!
Hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
Infiltrating Luis's ranks will be dangerous. If I find out, I'll be as good as dead.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
I wouldn't have said it if I was not.
Of course I do.
No hesitation at all.
Right. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
I inherited Grius' journal. We really are playing as Plankton. We need to find the secret formula.
Yourself in enough danger. Listen to me.
So
I don't
true.
want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
I have to carry on his legacy.
I have to carry on his legacy.
That's right, Mr. Ballsacks. You let him know.
Well, I'm sure he'd be glad to hear it. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
They should have pulled the thing down from the top that shows like people that are aware of you, and it should have gone up by 1 or 2 because of Fabienne.
Judging by this
That would have been awesome.
We're unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you 2 to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
Green stockings is I have the same reaction. She's beautiful, but why is she wearing green
Excuse
stockings,
us,
bro?
We're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Hey? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm asking the questions
I'm
here.
asking the questions here.
Did I just hear you right, mate?
Don't make him mad. You're gonna make this more difficult.
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Can you do your fucking job, mate?
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it, weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up?
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters without captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Whew. That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. Now, you're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
You know what's really weird? Is like pixies are super rare, right? They like never show up. I feel like the fact that I have a pixie should have like you know, flung alarms up in their heads because she's been with me this like entire time. I feel like Gallica should be like hiding herself or something. Because I almost feel like the pixie is what gives our identity away, rather than how we look, because of how rare they are in this world.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out. But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on. There's nothing but small-time contracts here.
You lot here for this tournament then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
You have any idea who that is?
Okay, well now I wish I didn't know that he was a part of the party, because it'd be way too cool to get introduced to him as like a villain and then have him like join my team. But I already know he's gonna join my team. I kind of wish I didn't know that, not gonna lie.
That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. It makes short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that. Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Stuck up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
I don't know, Mr. Ballsacks.
Maybe this criminal has a really big head?
Come on, that's a stretch. And if he had a gigantic head, you'd think they'd mention it in the contract.
Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight? Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barton, a guard captain for Martira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't
I have to like look down because of the shaking. It like bothers me.
The Nexus hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
Can he protect his home?
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all. And thank God for bringing you to me. In that
I feel like
case,
this
we
guy's
shall
lying to
meet
me.
you
I don't. I feel like this dude's lying.
Please, make haste.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
Will he though? I mean, in one of the trailers, like one of the early trailers, he's literally in your party, like in this menu.
What now?
Or this one. So I'd be surprised if he's not. But I feel like that guy is trying to dupe us right now. And then Heismay is gonna turn out to be like the good guy or something. I don't know. What's a whippersnapper like you doing here? Don't tell me. Are you actually thinking of participating in the tournament for the throne? Oh, the audacity of youth. That's wow. That guy is fucking ugly, bro. What the fuck happened to you? His face got absolutely demolished. That's rich. A mere fledgling with no history or experience to speak of. As king? This idea makes me sick to my stomach. The ideal leader of this country is a dignified man of a great age, one with years of experience, and yet upstart school children like you and Luis dare to. Huh, it hardly matters. You won't be able to fight much longer, so struggle as you like. I'd be happy to give the eulogy at your funeral. Okay.
Hey.
Let's focus.
Let's call it.
That's it for today? We just got the contract, now we're going to sleep?
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it.
That was great. Good shit, Stroll.
But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
You don't sound too sure about that.
No, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
'Twas not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight.
The opening ceremony for the tournament is tomorrow.
Let's rest.
We should probably stay inside and rest today.
Now then.
Our preparations seem to be proceeding without issue. Well, apart from one massive overturned uncertainty. Never mind. Forgive me my mutterings. Just please do not be surprised, no matter what we're presented with.
Don't push yourself.
Tomorrow you depart. Maria will assuredly miss you dearly, so please come back and say hello when you can, even if it's only every once in a while.
Hello.
I've decided I'm heading to Brillhaven. Too boring. Goodbye, Elda. You know what? I hope so too, brother. This part is gas. I'm ready, brother. I'm waiting. I've been biding my time for some crazy shit. I asked Fabienne for a map of Martira, and she gave me the one from Griez's personal effects. It covers all the main roads. We may have found one in town, but a military map always has more details. Fabienne continues to be our anchor. To pay her back, let's achieve our goals. Okay.
Fancy
Got anything useful? Nope. Okay. Oh, my bad.
I come in?
Want to read some more?
To read some more?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
It's all right. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise?
I just said
The
that.
next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
Curative Coney roast.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
You are truly
Are
devoted.
devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
Oh yeah, I do
Now that
remember.
You mention it. I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a
Bro,
simple
this shit
book
is
have
shaking
possibly
hardcore.
stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
Got my
So,
ass.
Fiction written as if a personal account.
Got my ass handed to me by the consequences of my own actions like 30 hours in. How fares y'all? It's going alright.
This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is
Going
decided.
A-okay?
In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people.
Oh my
In this
god,
way,
it's like
it's
canceling
the
somebody.
people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, it's not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream 'tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Okay.
Time marches
What's
on,
up, Bear?
and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Bro, the prince has been fucking dying for like 30 days, man. This guy needs help.
Judah!
Lady Juna!
Bro, you're naked. What the hell? Put some clothes on. Damn, she's tearing up. I'm not gonna lie, when she started singing, it kind of scared my ass. I was like, whoa, okay, she's singing now. That was beautiful, though.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne.
Wait, there's only 3 major locations?
You know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Or is it just those 3 that matter?
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctists have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us?
Her mouth
Our
didn't
entire
even
purpose in
move.
this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. by war, by conquest, by
These
right,
people
it's
don't
Rudolph
matter, but we'll
Drax.
tell you their
In
names.
it more for the gauntlet
Oh my
runners than
god,
the
she's
throne,
adorable.
It's Lena Kaden.
Hamster.
Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life.
What is that fucking
It's
shirt?
Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow. If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
Racism! Racism! Ah, he's an elder. We hate him. We hate him. He's ugly.
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
A land runner?
It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for the... It'll crash!
Whoa!
What the heck is that?
That's my airship.
Much for a first impression.
What ho? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
Oh, this guy's my goat.
You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time.
Feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all.
Right, I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go, prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin.
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
I convinced 800 people just by fucking existing? Hell yeah. I ended up standing out more than I expected. I've gained a lot of interest, but I only consider this a part of my mission to aid the prince. Wow, that was a clean animation. Whoa, what's with this thing? Is this thing our carriage?
Can you hear me?
Shall I just run her along the main road then? The others seem to be doing as much. You're just as crazy as this runner. I'll take the compliment, little lady. Now, let's have some coordinates for a little test run. What is happening right now? We want to go to a place called Martira? Old Castletown, I think. Should be a ways south.
Hold on.
Let us hurry.
Hold on. Hold on.
Wow!
Down to Martira, eh? On this craft's legs. Oh, I'd say it'll be about 4 days, 3 nights about. 4 days and 3 nights. That's a great deal faster than a carriage, and surely the roads will be safer at that kind of speed. Valley good. Now cinch those britches, chaps. Full steam ahead to Martira, Old Castletown. Dude, that guy's chill as hell.
I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a
Oh
drive.
man, this shaking is gonna hit me, huh?
Hours to drive.
You're telling me that? Feels like
ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you use to talk with the driver. Convenient, that. Look, old
What is he
fella,
using to talk?
Are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money?
Oh, okay.
Ha! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house.
Her delivery is
Personal
great, dude.
machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
Noble District Underhall.
Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming in.
Is this a flashback? That was like out of nowhere.
Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
It's too much to do.
As always. To business then. I must ask a favor.
Dude, this guy's design is
Would
awesome.
you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
This guy's so animated. I like him a lot.
And tosh woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
So he's like a
It's an
like Sid,
unreasonable
basically.
request, I
This
know.
guy fucking rules.
But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God. Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Neurus, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy!
This is awesome.
Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the Balliol runner alone.
Look, this runner... Tis fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate. For both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where, last I heard. So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay His mercy.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world. I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and greasework. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
Oh my god, this
summing
shaking
up,
is insane,
our
bro.
first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brilehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heismay, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet... 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no! It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And I'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
The Gauntlet Runner has various areas for different activities, such as the strategy room, the lounge, and the kitchen. You can also visit Academia by finding more and interacting with them. Let's visit the engine room first, take your time, and have a look around your way there.
Oh, yeah?
I've never been in a Gauntlet Runner. Kind of want to see what the engine room's like. This is definitely the most, like, Final Fantasy shit so far. And it's pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there's actually glass on that? It looks like straight clear. Bro, that chain is like the Reaper's fucking chain sound. I swear, it's like the same exact one. It makes me think the fucking Reaper's outside. The runner makes a smooth ride, at least. Eccentrics aside, he certainly earned his title as court engineer. That said, I'm more concerned with its unseen workings. I do hope he hasn't made any dubious additions. The carriage can't begin to compete with a Gauntlet Runner's speed. I suppose they've earned their reputation. That I'm in constant fear of losing my lunch is far from ideal, but once I'm used to it, I'm sure the journey will be pleasant.
Let's see. Which one?
And take a nap? Alright, bro. I'll talk to you later, Delano. Okay, Reaper, what the hell are you doing?
Incredible.
Wow, so this room's made for bathing. Can we really just hop in mid-ride and take a real bath? Now that I could get used to. I call first dip.
Hey.
Were you just going to stride up and strip nude? Where do you think you are? Unacceptable. It's a bathing room. Oop, ought to mention, no running water yet. Working on it. Oh, that's so lame. I want to go take a bath. Yeah, he is like FF4 Sid. He's like very spunky and loud and cares really only about his fucking airship or Gauntlet Runner in this case. Very FF4. Only difference is he's not like a dwarf. He has a photo of himself and his cat. This guy's the GOAT. This is my favorite character. We sleep in pods? Oh my god. Wow, this is cool as shit. I wonder if you can end up fighting enemies like an FF. Seen his jawline? No, I'm too busy looking at his fucking he framed his jawline. That guy's the GOAT. I gotta see that. What happened in the last half an hour? We have a Gauntlet Runner and we're running to be king. Oh, he has a nice ass jawline, brother. Yeah, the stash goes crazy. Like Strahl, he's alright. Hulkenberg, she's okay. This guy's awesome.
Got it.
That's what I'm saying. Hell yeah, this guy rules.
What's this?
Some mellow milk and fragrant spice. I wonder who brought them here. I could use these for cooking. Oh, yeah, the cat picture has like a mustache too. That's awesome. Toilet, washroom. You can beat it, bro. This guy's the GOAT. Oh my god, he like colored it and shit. This is fucking cool. Me likey. Oh wait, no, I didn't want to go down. I thought that was like to interact with it. You can see him chilling up there. Hell yeah.
I wonder.
Alright, where's this engine room? Probably down here. Oh, Mora's chilling in here? What the hell? That thing's pulsating like a heart.
This?
Wonder what makes this thing run. Hello? First time on a gauntlet runner, eh? Whoa, that scared me. It looks like that pipe's in here too. Called a runner phone. There's one in every room. Now, I believe I heard you speculating on the old girl's inner workings. Gauntlet runners use Mogla crystals as fuel to run, you see. Used to be you'd take your life in your hands when you traveled the wilds. Then, thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, the Gauntlet Runner was born. The runner's actual legs are based on a colossal beast's, made for zero momentum loss, even on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I've modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed, another step closer to my dream. What dream? Long story, my girl, best told to a captive audience with no plans for the next few days and nights. Never mind then, maybe some other time. Anyway, still plenty about that old girl, that's a work in progress. By the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks, you just watch. It'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl needs her rest as much as we do. Okay. I'm one day off from side mission? Yeah, is it like you're going to the next... Oh, you're probably like fucking late. You'll continue toward your destination while spending time in the Gauntlet Runner. Utilize its facilities to obtain items. Okay, try using the kitchen, reading books at the bookshelf, or using the washing machine. More activities become available over time. Your virtues, the end of the day, choice is yours. Excuse me. Your deadline? Oof. A magic igniter enormous compared to those used by the army. If I recall correctly, it uses Mogla crystals as fuel. Oh my god, you can hear it beating too. This is so interesting. It's Nearest's homemade washing machine. Washing clothes can sometimes cleanse the mind too. Increase my max MP.
Understood.
Some unique items are lined up here. Nearest's personal belongings, I think. Nearest's research desk. This must be where new inventions are born.
Come on.
This weird tool is actually a cleaning igniter that Nearest modified to create wind that collects dust. Pretty nifty. How to take a dump? Oh, brother, you're on that toilet as long as I am. We have a ship now, so what's that? This will increase my max HP. Okay. That's probably like New Game Plus stuff whenever my stats are maxed. Okay. So this is where Nearest sleeps, or? Well, that just looks gross. Alright, bring me up, Buttercup. Hello, Hokenbog.
Speaking of...
Nearest said he got the kitchen up and running. If you're hungry, would you fancy a meal? I hardly consider myself a chef of any great skill, but Strahl said he wanted to try some of the recipes he learned at the Hushed Honeybee. Still looking for that bounty? I guess? I think? I'm not really sure, to be honest. I feel drunk. You okay?
Sorry.
I'll survive. I can handle the swaying of a carriage, but this, it's another beast. Seems I'll need to learn to endure it. That's me, bro. Whenever we're in a cutscene and the fucking screen is shaking, oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna vomit. Alright. Use the Gauntlet Runner's cooking table to whip up some food for you and your allies. Eating prepared meals can grant your party various positive effects. To cook, you'll need ingredients. Buy them, win them, or find them lying around. Try to experiment as much as possible. After you've made every dish at least once, you may learn how to create the ultimate culinary masterpiece. Whose handwriting is that? There are notes here about new potential recipes. Oh shit, that's a lot. Want to make something? If so, we should try to have everyone teach us their culinary specialty. Oh, I have like no ingredients. Restores 400 HP and cures burn. Restores 250 HP and cures poison. Wait, these are like really, really nice. What the hell? Let's make this.
Let's check.
Jesse, we've got to cook.
Now then.
For as often as we simply refer to our meals as meat, something to keep in mind is where it's cut from. The taste and texture can change dramatically, you know? Each type of cut has an ideal preparation, and if you do it well, it turns out tender and delicious. Something to strive for, wouldn't you say?
Speaking of.
So, what kind of cut do we have here? But never you mind, just leave this to me. I began preparing the food with straw. Oh my god, he's chefing it the fuck up! Watch your meat and adjust the heat. So it goes. Although it depends on what your preference is, really. It's nearly time. No, it is time. Strike now!
Alright.
Yes, not bad so far. See, the juice is there. There's your proof this is turning out delicious. We'll add a little something for the aroma and we're done. But just a little or it'll overshadow the flavor. Amazing! Strahl and I made a delicious looking dish cooked to perfection. It's curative coney roast. Smells great, doesn't it? Now imagine how it tastes. Strahl and I cleaned up the kitchen. Time really flew.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Oh my god, this looks really, really, that looks like something. At night, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced. I've never seen that word in my life. Is ensconced in darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart Gauntlet Runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels the next morning. While at an encampment, you can use any of the facilities on the Gauntlet Runner like usual. You can also reminisce about the journey with your allies. Give it a try. 3 days till we reach Martira. Our first time camping in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm kind of excited, but it'll be a long night, so why not spend some time relaxing with someone? Bro, it looks like there's poison in the sky. That looks horrible.
Your thoughts?
Oh ho! How was that ride, eh? Smooth as butter? Luxurious as a palace? Awe-inspiring? Tear-jerking? Absolutely. The runner is such a guilty pleasure, though credit where it's due, my tinkering certainly helped make her what she is. Though full disclosure, that's all thanks to a little mechanism I whipped together that keeps her legs from sinking into the dunes. Wouldn't have to worry about the terrain if she could just fly, but that's a story for another day. Off you go. Better get your 40 winks.
Yep.
You can eat these bugs? To try and catch one. Lumabee. This is what it looks like under my jacket. So we can level imagination, or what does Hulkenberg give? I'm probably going to do imagination. She's also imagination. I might hang out with her because I always hang out with Strahl. Strahl is cooler. But sure, I'll hang out with her. Those high waist pants. Yeah, this looks really funny. Like, oh my god, those are some thick ass pants, bro. The way that shit goes around his waistline, that's crazy. All right, what's up?
Well met.
I don't suppose you're so overburdened with free time as I am. I'm certainly no stranger to traveling, but I have no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? Sure. This power we've awoken to. I have all sorts of questions, but what I really find curious are these forms we take on. Each has their unique aspects, but one bit they all have in common is their armor-like appearance. It's cool.
Certainly.
I think it looks cool.
I see.
I do find the austerity of the designs intriguing, but I was not speaking on how they look, per se. In my opinion, the armor encloses the raging forces within us, allowing us to direct that power as one directs a horse by its reins. It is said people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fears and anxieties, however, are forever unaware of that power lurking within them. Excuse me. Let's see. I'm pretty hungry myself, Hulkenberg.
All right.
It's getting quite late, but we've got a ways to go yet, so I would very much like to continue chatting with you. Okay. Nighttime is mostly going to be imagination. Daytime is where they train different things. Well, oh, okay. What have you found to be the most difficult stat to level up?
The age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning.
What's up, Tyler? How you doing, bro? Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters more than exceeded your expectations, eh?
True.
They were better than I'd feared, considering how tiny they are, but I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl? Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow. Wow, runners really are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast, but just keep an eye on the road, okay, Nearest? We'll arrive in Martira in 2 days. I see. So I can cook food or I can train my stuff. What happened the last half hour? We have a ship now. Probably eloquence. I see. Should probably train my stats up.
Well met.
I'll just decide to take a shit at the same time. You know how a lot of women say that like they sync their periods whenever they like chill with other women? That's like guys but with taking a shit, you know what I mean?
All right.
It makes no fucking sense.
If so,
Whoa, we're playing chess. If that's how you plan to make your advance, then I can't make any more moves. That's the match. Man, make this playable and I'll fucking destroy you, bitch. You hear me?
I'd say
This could have been a minigame, yes. And at that time, I was but a novice, a new addition to the Royal Guard. I lacked the experience needed to properly assume the role.
that's why.
It is for that reason that I now train both my body and mind so thoroughly, as I have vowed to never let such a thing occur once again. You're so strong.
Well then.
No.
I am nothing of the sort. My body bears the scars of my myriad weakness. Okay. That said, 'tis quite the pleasure to speak so freely with you. I find comfort in knowing that I may share my feelings with a compatriot. If we find success in this endeavor and create a country where all can truly live equally, I hope to serve as a knight captain, passing down what knowledge I can to a new generation. I will speak not just of tactics, but of all my experiences on this journey, my victories and of course my failures too. And in doing so, I would see the Royal Guards elevated to new heights. That's a great plan.
Yes.
Well, should such a starry-eyed wish come true, I shall tell them much of you, our captain. Such a position is certainly not one most could adapt to, but much less succeed in given the circumstances of our fight. And I must say, you wear the role well. 'Tis hard to believe it's your first foray into such responsibility. Perhaps you've a natural talent for it. Though to call it talent is a disservice. No, whatever higher calling you have, I can only be as I am now because of you. Alright, dude. You're like literally stop.
Goodness.
That was certainly not my intent. After all, was it not you and Gallica who set the cogs of this journey in motion? There's some significance to you being captain. I swear, man, like in every Atlas game, bro, like everyone that's your follower, for some fucking reason, like places the main character like on such a high pedestal. It's so weird and awkward. Like, oh, you're just you're the greatest. You're the best. I love you. You have my attitude. After crossing proverbial swords with you, I feel that I am one step closer to realizing my dream. I felt my wisdom after. Okay, yeah.
All right.
We playing Queen's Blood? Yo! Give me some Queen's Blood. I'm fucking ready. Now then, shall we continue our discussion on tactics? There were some blunders you can avoid next time. For example, when a piece moves here, you should. Hulkenberg and I dueled on the board for a while. Use the bathroom? I got you. Some quests give other stats always seem like.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy.
Okay.
Splendid
That's good to know.
color
You don't like the glazing? No, I'm not a fan of the glazing.
One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's macula.
It's just awkward.
And still another is that it gorges on those.
It's like, brother, you barely know me.
Foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magic surrounding the tree. The gauntlet runner comes to a stop at its base.
MC got that W Riz. Yeah, so true. Wow. Gave myself a brain run. Here we are. Shall we get a closer look? Wow. Now this is fucking awesome. This is sick. It's so pretty. It's not just the leaves, it's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere within the country, whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future, and how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if this explains it, but I'm sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air here. Oh, I cannot wait to explore this. This looks fucking awesome, dude. If your hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off of magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. Nearest pulled a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front of him.
Hey.
Wow, Nearest, how did you get so good at drawing? Ah, my boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it. I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake. You're giving it to me? You sure I can have this? Yeah. Yes, of course. I've already committed to all the to the safety of my mind. I have no need for the sketch itself anymore. Oh my god, this is giving me like I see what Robbie was talking about now. This is like heavy old school Final Fantasy nostalgia. Like I literally have this guy's basically Sid. I'm basically on an airship and we're literally like traveling and exploring. This is so cool. I cannot wait to see what all these like areas are like and the culture and the people behind them. That's so cool. I received Nearest's research picture. The drawing is intricately detailed and could accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who's never been there.
Hey there.
Hey, why don't we give that to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something from our journey, and we could tell her a story about this place. Next time we're in Grand Trash, give this drawing to Maria. A magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely. Gallica is the most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which is giving me great insight into my own research into flight. What? You've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off.
However...
Alright, can you guys shut up? I want to, like, explore this area now. Turning our attention back to the tree, I've heard that it hit... Dude, I get it. Can I, like... Let me go look at it! We took a brief detour, but I feel that seeing that rare sight has broadened my wisdom.
Alright.
Wait, what?
The gauntlet runner arrives
What?
in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wild.
That's it?
To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a gauntlet runner. The party, secure in their gauntlet runner,
Explore, he says.
hidden from hungry gazes.
Well, okay then. That's all that was? Really? Okay. That was lame. Dream Eater Moth. We eating bugs, boys.
Speaking of,
Excellent timing. I've just heard something that caught me rather by surprise. After our cart to Grand Trad was beset by bandits and you were thrown out, we walked the desert to reach the city. Such a vast, empty expanse, and easy land to get lost in, I'm sure. Had Gallica. Of course, you've no need to worry with her at your side, I suppose that's why she's been tasked with the role of messenger. Well, in the event that you ever find yourself lost in the wilds, let me offer my own advice. Search for the first star. That star moves to the west in the evening and to the east at night. Time and time again, it helped correct my path in my correct my path in my journey to find His Highness. Still, I must say, I do not expect to return to a life on the road. It will be a long journey yet. Perhaps we'd better rest while we can. Use the bathroom? I'm going, brother. We're going. Should I use the toilet? Yes. Ah, I've got it. Did he just Silent Hill 2 and like reach into the toilet? Having confronted myself in peace, I've seen the truth of the world. That's me every time I take a shit. Oh shit! Do it again. Oh. That's big, that's big. I'm sad to hear they're just images, you don't get to explore them? Yeah, I'm actually really sad about that, I'm not gonna lie. That like, man, I hope there's like at least some exploration. It's like weird to have an RPG that like, you know, it's like a world globe-trotting thing, but then you can't actually like explore any of it. That's just weird. I hope that's not the case. I do kind of want to read, but I feel like I should go chill with them. Because, yeah. Even the MC's shit is syncing with ours, literally. Alright, let's chill, Stroll. Looking for something to do? The weapons are as sharp as they're going to get, and I'm not up to much. So days are multiples of 5. Use the bathroom for +1 luck. Okay. So that only works once on a trip that's long? Or is it like, I can, every night, I can just go and do that?
Now then.
So next up is Martira. It feels like just yesterday when I first arrived in the royal capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. I met you, we went over to the northern fortress and awakened a mysterious power. I once thought magic like this only existed in heroic tales of times long past. Speaking of which, I've been thinking that perhaps this is the same power that hero kings once used. If that's the case, then why do you think so many of them met miserable ends? Powers and everything.
What's that about it?
Oh, I see, I see.
I see. As kings, they had grown to govern their people and maintain the peace. I said none of that, bro. I literally just said like 4 words. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Moreover, we've got more power than one. We've got more than one power at our disposal, and on top of that, we've got allies who share those abilities as well. If we continue to master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we will surpass the great hero kings of old. Though all this does make me wonder just how many more of these powers are still out there.
All right.
Come now, it's too early for bed. Let's talk some more. Bro, so much of this is not voice. It's starting to get noticeable. I know. Believe me, I know. Check the date. If it's 5 out of 10, etc., then use the bathroom. What do you mean by check the date if it's 5 out of 10? Like 5 out of 10, like days to get there, or if the date is 5 out of 10? Like what exactly do you mean? Sorry if I'm being like hella dumb. Excuse me.
Finally! We're out of the desert!
Oh, this is cool.
Oh wow, I missed all this green!
Ugh. Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad. See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash? Of course not. That's
a cannonade.
Airship battle.
My star is rising! Ah! Sanctism will reign! Ah!
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant.
This is
and the other
sick.
is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to hold each other's advance. Damn fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look, over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Guido's firepower.
Our plan hinges on winning Luis's favor. Can we afford to abandon Gladel if he's one of Luis's supporters?
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Guido's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Let's help out Gladel.
Let's give Gladel a hand here.
Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room
The 5th, 10th? Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Okay, then it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help. Withdraw, Gladel. Who goes there? Why do you stand with Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That Gauntlet, you're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral. Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time.
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
Guido and his monks have boarded the deck. Looks like he knows the magic won't shield us. He's aiming to kill us here and now.
You dare interfere in my fight? Know your place. Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names. Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Oleg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how.
Alright, bald, I don't care.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Guido himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren. Put the fear of God into these impious commoners.
Don't forget about the
I'll get some distance.
magic.
Mage monk. Spear monk.
I won't hold back. Let me help.
Helpful as ever. Now, no holding back. Hack and slash.
Knight! This one. Allies, together! No, knight! I crush you!
Witness the power of sanctism.
A cookie smack, eh?
What could you hope to achieve?
He knows we can't attack.
Let's
him.
go.
He's toying with us.
We're not out of this yet.
Thank you.
I owe you.
Cease your resistance.
I'll cut you down.
Stroll,
Nice!
sap your
I'll
defenses.
destroy you!
Take this.
Is that all?
What could you hope to achieve?
By this power. With healing power.
Stroll,
I shall vanquish evil.
This can't be.
Oh, only 2.
Power of heroes!
Go for a walk? Yeah, no worries, bro.
I crush you!
Close your
Resistance is futile.
More resilient than I expected. I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back. Now, feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brothers. Sanctism will reign! I won't lose.
Okay, he's getting serious now.
I won't hold back.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Come forth, royal soul. Here.
Helpful as ever. I call upon royal power within. They die hard.
Let justice prevail!
Close your
Worthy
hand.
foe after all!
I think he that guy should die next turn.
Captain's hurt bad.
Still fight.
Let's
This
get
is
some
God's
healing.
judgment.
Captain's down. Someone.
Oh, that's not good.
Will reign.
Your Highness,
Oh. Shit.
do not forswear.
Alright. Alright, throw me back.
Falling back. Seeker.
Okay, let's look for weaknesses, maybe. Test that.
Wind.
Weak to wind? Nope.
I call upon royal power within.
He's probably weak to like dark or something.
Shatter!
Oh my god, 122?
What
That was
could you
fat,
hope
bro.
to achieve?
Nice. Good shit, good shit.
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
Here.
I owe you. Are you prepared? Hack and slash.
Oh my, the big crit.
The enemy.
Stroll.
I defer to you.
The Seeker.
Oh wait.
The next one's yours.
I shall vanquish
Crit again. Oh my god, he's so close. Okay, he's not like acting crazy or anything, so I can kill that guy next round. I think that's still fine.
To achieve. I won't lose.
Let justice prevail! I crush you!
Close your
Worthy
hands.
foe after
It's
all!
too early to go to his
We can do
side.
this.
Twas needed.
Warrior, I'll cut you down.
Hit 4? Nice.
I would lose for the sake now.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brother.
In there.
Oh, he has a heal too? Okay. Good to know.
Sanctism will reign.
Nothing. Oh, power of heroes!
Resist that. Okay.
Brethren,
We're not out of
So
this
he
yet.
probably gets hit by
Thank you.
magic.
Helpful as ever. Moving to the rear.
warrior, peasant power of ice.
Yep, there you go.
I'm stepping
My
back.
power.
Let justice
I doubt
prevail.
this will do much damage because he probably resists light, but let's test it.
Mystic purge.
Oh, he doesn't resist light. Okay.
Sanctism will reign.
Only a flesh wound.
Sanctism will reign.
Stroll.
Seeker.
They've sapped your
With
defenses.
healing power.
Twas needed.
I owe you.
Witness me, brethren.
Hit the weak point.
Is
Keep
everyone
it up,
all right?
Stroll.
Charging in! Let us fight as one!
Let me help.
Sanctism is
I'm gonna do that to drop his defense.
Sanctism will
All right, stop hitting me. Okay, we're good.
We're not out of this yet. I'm obliged.
My thanks.
Captain,
Warrior!
your defenses
Be
down.
frozen!
Hit their weakness.
Behold my power!
Behold, we stand together.
I'm counting on you! Let's go! Take this!
I'm just gonna try and lower his defense as much as I can, so that we can hopefully kill him quickly. Oh, I think he killed Stroll. Yeah.
Don't underestimate me.
It's not good.
This'll do.
Captain,
I shall vanquish evil. The power of ice.
Not to safer ground. From our provisions.
That helped.
I owe you.
Resistance is futile.
Take this!
Okay. All right, that's a good turn. That's a good turn.
Seeker! With healing power.
Get them all healed up.
Helpful as ever. Warrior! Be
He should be dead now.
So, the faithful are broken before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked
Oh, shut up!
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him.
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
Dude, Nurse is so dumb. I love this guy.
This is a waste of my time.
Not if I kick your gauntlet runner.
You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Nurse is amazing. He's the best character.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint.
Everyone's been like, yeah, this person's okay, this person's okay, this person's okay. Gallic is pretty cool. And then Eurus, this guy's literally just fucking Sid. Like, he's the GOAT. I love this guy.
Get down here. What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
What the fuck? Is this guy Rufus, bro? He's got Darkstar by his side?
Are you hurt? Of course I'm not hurt. Look, what are you after?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. But consider me chastened and shoe. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
Looks like the fortune teller.
Surprised me out there, love.
Oh, that guy is horny, bro.
Godot. So you're not just a pretty face.
She looks like a mermaid from One Piece to me.
Look here. However talented and
Oh, she's
famed
horny
a
too.
songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore.
He's literally Sid.
You had Caden well.
This guy's awesome.
Yes, those are quality.
He does not give a fuck about any of this. He is so horny for these fucking things.
By the crown, you can't be serious. She is Juna, the kingdom's greatest singer, the dulcet diva. Oh, this is preposterous. Surely I can't be the only one starstruck.
This is a nice element to add to Hulkenberg, because she's just like a whatever character for the most part, but like having this side to her that she's like trying to like suppress adds like so much to her. That is awesome.
Really? No one else wants to shake her hand?
That's adorable.
Well, then on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
They look up and Nurse is just fucking the foot. Oh, it's an airship. Nurse is like, God, I love gauntlet runners.
Airborne? Gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
This is a cool ass shot.
Luis.
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladel got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when
Bro, he's
you
about
have
to
graced
cry.
me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug, and I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
Oh, that guy's the
Seeing you
goat.
had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
Take a wild guess. I'm a candidate.
I'm just another candidate.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne. One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
Become king. He might see us as an enemy.
I know you want to get this right, but this is no time to get lost in thought.
Really? I feel like if I tell him I'm here to support him, it would be the most obvious, like, fake bullshit.
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
This seems way too random. If Luis believes this, I will be shocked, bro. This seems like too random of a coincidence. Are you kidding me? There is no way. We should be playing it normally, like we're just another candidate. You know, if we're playing this like, oh no, I believe in you, Count Luis. Brother, he has never heard of us. He doesn't know the first thing about us. Why the fuck would he believe this? There's no way.
Most interesting.
There's no way he believes this.
However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
Nah, there's no way. Is Luis actually that dumb?
See you, loves.
That's crazy.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector.
Bro, his last scene, I thought this guy was like smart as hell. He fell for that? You gotta be shitting me. I thought this guy's supposed to be a genius, bro. What?
You were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Gladel. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he?
Nah, he's got to be. Nah, I don't believe this. He's tricking us. He's playing 4D chess, bro. I don't believe it. I don't think he buys it. I think he's making me believe that, you know, that's what I think. There's no way he's that dumb. There's no way he's that dumb. He's making me believe it.
A place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Oh, damn it, blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him. Hey, nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
Is there something troubling you?
Ah, well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see? She's in top shape, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a burly apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany. Like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort, but somehow that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Who'd you hear this from?
Heard it, lad. I've seen it with my own eyes. You see, there was this old inventor in the neighborhood where I grew up, quite sharp, but a bit balmy. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
This one's important.
Sure thing, friend. We left Nearest, who dissolved into doom and gloom again, and headed towards our narrow sleeping quarters in the Gauntlet Runner.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's... I don't think Atlus is that stupid at writing. There's no way. I'm pretty sure that he is just making us believe... Otherwise, he would like actually be like a really dumb villain. There's just no way. There's no way. I fucking hope so. I mean, they gassed him up hardcore, bro. like an archmage at the level at the age of 10 was like smarter than like the rest of the kingdom by like 12. Like, there's no way, man. He's got to be. They're just baiting us. There's no way. Maybe I'm coping, but like, there's just no way. There's no way. So we'll arrive in Martira this evening then. Good. Soon we'll be liberated from the blasted shaking. I'm gonna choose to believe that for now. Liberated? I do believe I take offense to that. The fairy girl's right, you know. A carriage could never keep up this pace. Some gratitude would be appreciated. Apologies. I am grateful. It's just hard to show it while on the verge of losing your lunch. That, and I pray we can avoid further hindrances like yesterday's. Once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet with Barden, right? I'm sure the sights will be distracting, but let's not keep the man waiting.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Martira, where their client Barden awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
Imagine though, hey, we literally just met, but we support you and we would like to be in your inner circle. Trust us. Wow, this looks cool.
Tis far more.
Surely this is explorable, right? Surely.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Ah, you're here. I've been hoping you.
I still don't trust this guy. I think this guy's duping us.
But we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctuaress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament.
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's allies suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them. I mean, some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
Not my business.
It's really none of my business.
Ah. Aye. Best not to get distracted by this tattle when you've got a mission to attend to. Admirably practical.
Got quite a positive outlook, doesn't he?
Captain, are you sure we can trust these strangers? These bounty boarders are always in it just for the money.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. It would be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the Bally Waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
I'd like some food myself, to be honest. I'm a hungry little boy right now.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Bro, that does not look
Roasted
like meat,
larvae
man.
of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality. Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh good. Larval innards.
Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
You're
Exquisite.
completely serious, aren't you?
I mean, yeah, try it. Fuck it.
Something
Why
the
not?
matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Try this
That's
shit.
great. What is with that smile? Not you two.
The rich flavors are bursting my mouth. It's surprisingly tasty.
You fairly eat with gusto, young man. Passion worthy of a royal candidate.
I gotta say, dude, I do think that people that like just toss off food because it looks weird or smells weird or whatever. Listen, brother, I would say most of the time there's a reason that people are eating it. So like, You should definitely just try it. Just try it. There's nothing wrong with trying it. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but you'll never know until you try it.
How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
I'm with Hulkenberg on this, bro.
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
And do you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the Sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
So, is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira.
Giant sandworm's nest.
Let's see. Oh, let's see here. And let's see. Here's where we are now.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
I felt the same way, Nisu, when I saw him.
We have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
You said I've eaten weirder shit. A lot of the stuff that like that I ate when I was younger that was deemed weird is like not too weird anymore, at least from what I understand. Like I've eaten like pork butt or pig ears or pig feet or cow tongue, stuff like that is probably like the weirdest stuff that I've eaten, and it all tastes delicious, by the way. Frogs I've eaten. I don't know if that's weird or not, but I've seen that like more and more people are eating like cow tongue, which I remember, bro, I got bullied for eating cow tongue back when I was in school, and I was like, what the hell? Like, I don't know. They're like, ew, you eat tongues, you're weird. Fucking hell, bro. Just eat this shit, man. It tastes good. I mean, it didn't bother me. I was just kind of like, man, you guys are weird. Like, what do you eat, brother? Mac and cheese? Like, come on.
We'll get this job done.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you. Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert.
Okay, I will say, I do not like sweet stuff. I don't like sweet food at all. I hate kidney, tongue, and hearts. My grandma always cooked them for me. I hate the earthy texture. Kidney is okay. I've never had a heart before, but I love tongue. I think tongue is delicious, like a lot. I like tongue and pig's head. Pig's head's really good too. Actually, this is funny. So there's a dish in Filipino cuisine called what is it called? Sinigang. And for the meat, it's like a stew pretty much, with like vegetables and meat in it. For the meat, you can either use pork or salmon. And my family would always do salmon. And so I remember one time there was a whole salmon head, like the head of the salmon in there. And I was like 6. So it like scared me seeing not the head. The head did not bother me because I was like used to it by that point. But my mom had not taken out the eyeballs, and I never knew how big salmon's eyeballs actually are. So like, I remember I was eating, and I didn't know that the eyeballs were in there, and then an eyeball just like floop, like came right up from the soup, and I was just looking down, like I screamed because it freaked me out. There's this giant eyeball staring right at me, and my grandma, bless her heart, looks over to me and she starts laughing, and so she plucks the eyeball out from my soup and points the eyeball towards me, like the iris towards me, and is like, "There's nothing wrong with an eyeball," and just and just ate the fucking eyeball. That when I was at that age, bro, I was like, what the hell? I thought my grandma was the hardest woman in the world when she did that. So funny, so funny. Chest making me hungry. I'm pretty fucking hungry. I've tried chicken heart before. It's like mutton, but much tougher. Yeah, I've never eaten hearts before. I had a chicken, the thing under their neck. Chicken, what is that called? Gizzards? Those are really good. Chicken gizzards are delicious. Or no, that's not, what the fuck is it? What is a gizzard? I don't know. I've had chicken gizzards before. That shit's good. So my grandma would do too. Don't worry, Chris. I know your favorite is canned chicken. Hell no.
Together.
Hell no.
I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those words. Now, please, dig in.
Why'd they make that the sound effect, man?
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
Oh, I probably would not like
Must have
this.
gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
If they aren't here con a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
It's been a while.
Exactly.
We're going to meet the lady of the town first thing in the morning, so get your beauty sleep, okay? Are you the informant?
Pleasure to see you.
All the cuisine here was delicious to the last meal. Martira is a fine city indeed, which makes this Heismay's offenses all the more damning. If all we've heard is true, hunting him will be a trial indeed. To be expelled from the order is one thing, but to be wholly stripped of his knighthood, I would not be surprised if the man's given into despair. I like meat jelly. I've actually heard good things about it, but I've never had the chance to try it. I would try it. I had an alligator when I went to Florida and it tastes like chicken. I want to try alligator. There's a place by me that they do alligator, but it's deep fried. I still want to try it though. I feel like if you deep fry it, it might not be as like authentic as like just like a roast or something, but I still want to try it.
Got a moment?
I really do sometimes. I feel like those caricatures in anime where it's like, oh, I love meat. I really do love meat like that much, bro. Pork, chicken, beef, duck. Shit, word is what the fuck was I gonna say? That shit is good. Send me your ass pic. True. Snaps a picture in the mirror. You know what really changed me? I've tried butchering a living chicken and eating it. I love eating chicken, but that shit confused my appetite. My grandma, she raised chickens and would butcher them and feed them to us. And it never really bothered me. Now, I never watched her do it, but she had brought me to like where she would like butcher them, and she was like, she wanted to like teach me, and I couldn't, like, I just couldn't. So I like ran because I was like, I'm too much of a pussy for this. That stuff like hurts me and like makes me feel bad. I won't lie. It would like traumatize the shit out of me. But that shit traumatized me. See, my grandma actually killed it. Yeah, I could not, like, I never wanted to look at, so I never saw it. But it didn't change. I still enjoy meat. I can't lie. But yeah, that stuff is sad. I made my sister vegan. It just made me regretful. I could see that. I could see that. Finally free of those tiny runner bunks. Nice to sleep in an inn, isn't it? I love a good inn.
Yeah. Right?
I can see the monsters out there when we camp on the runner, so I rest a little easier in an inn. I wish Nuris was able to come with us, but I suppose if the runner is a castle, then he is its king. Uh-huh.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a
Somehow
new
killing a
king
chicken to me is worse than hunting deer or hogs, maybe because in the forest somewhat of a fair game. I mean, it's the act of, like, you know, putting it down that hurts me, you know?
Gorgeous out.
It's very sad.
Hold on.
Where is everyone? They all went to Krigante Castle ahead of us. Apparently we can get there by climbing the stairs in Stairstone Market. Oh, hell yeah, we can explore another town. Ooh, look at that sky. Dude, I love the sky in this game. That is still my favorite thing, is the sky. The sky and Nuris are the best things in this game. Yeah, the skybox is like just to die for, man. It is beautiful. I absolutely love it, man.
Just a sec.
I'm definitely like starting to see and feel the limits of like what Atlus had to do with this, like with its world, but it's still really fantastic with what they had or like were able to do. It's really cool. Probably also because you don't raise deer, so there's no emotional attachment. You know, I saw a deer like close up for the first time, like literally a week or two ago. No, it was like 3 weeks ago. I was in the car with my brother, and there was a deer that was just chilling, like right in front of the car. Didn't want to move, and I wanted to take a picture, but then it ran away.
Beg your pardon.
All these rumors of abductions just make my skin crawl. I can't stop thinking the buggers might be prowling around as we speak. I want to run away, but I can't even leave the farm. See, when you don't have a gauntlet runner, leaving is no trifling matter. I don't care for flashy graphics. Strong art direction always wins. All the models do look like they could be in a PS3 game. Yeah, I don't care about graphics either. To me, it's all about gameplay and, like, you know, the realized vision, right? That's what matters to me the most. And it feels like they did a really great job realizing their vision. There are definitely parts of this where I'm like, well, they could have done more with this. Like, for example, you know, I think all of the stat raising stuff I'll just be completely straight with you, has been pretty lame. I think that, you know, playing chess with Hulkenberg is cool, but then you don't actually play chess. It's just kind of like you're told what happened. I think the biggest disappointment was seeing such a cool visual with that tree, but then it's non-explorable. All those kinds of things are things that I think could be fixed with like a sequel or, you know, another game in the franchise, assuming that's something that Atlus wants to do. And things like that are most likely, well, not even most likely, definitely what's going to keep it from being like my personal game of the year. It felt like when I played Rebirth, like there was no stretch of my imagination could be like reached or like broken. I don't know what the phrasing for this would be. That game just is unreal. There's like, I don't know. That game was like a once in a lifetime type game, I feel. I don't know how they did that game. Honestly, fuck with it. I thought it kind of, oh, like the models, like the textures and stuff. No, I think it all blends really well. I do think they stand out like a lot when like standing next to like the main characters, but it doesn't really bother me. I kind of think there's a charm to it, the way that it adds to the, you know, all this art and stuff. I'm still so over the calendar. I'm so tired of it. I still don't mind the calendar. I think it's the activities that are like starting to like wear me out. Like every single activity I've done to raise my stats is so like uninteresting. Like, bro, what was it for imagination? I talked to a guy that was just like, yo, my family knew fairies. Did you know that? And then you're like, okay. And then he's like, you should talk to me tomorrow and I'll tell you more about it. And then your imagination goes up. And then you come back and talk to him again. He's like, yeah, we saw fairies, by the way. And then your imagination goes like, yo, this is awesome. This game will get Game of the Year. I mean, hey, I'll be glad for it, dude. I just want a JRPG to win Game of the Year, personally. For me, I think Rebirth is just an unbeatable game. But let's be real here. It's probably going to be Helldivers, as much as I don't want that to win. I feel like Astrobot has a really good chance to win as well, which I'd be down for. Astrobot is sick. ATLUS for me has always had great atmosphere settings. They always look beautiful. Yeah, they do. They do such a great job. I just feel like, for me with Rebirth, like, obviously there's the nostalgia attachment I have to FF7, but even removing all of that, like every inch of that game is poured with insane amounts of love. Like it's just crazy. And every bit of activity in that game is stretched to be, you know, something huge. Like if for example, if this game was Rebirth, that tree that I passed by would not have just been a picture. It would have been so much more than that. That moment that I had with Hulkenberg, where she was telling me like some random shit about being a knight and we played chess, would have been like way bigger in Rebirth. It's crazy. No, Helldivers lost way too much grace. They keep nerfing it until it wasn't fun. They only just backtracked. I don't know how much that matters for Game of the Year though. I feel like what matters is like the initial reception and the critical response. I could be wrong, but one of Square's best accomplishments. Yeah, dude. I think I don't know if it was Max or someone else. It might have been somebody else actually, but I remember hearing somebody say that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was not a Square Enix game, but it was a Square Soft game. And I think that like, even though I like Square Enix games, yes, it is very much like that. Rebirth was like a 90s game, but like, or it has like the soul of a 90s game, but with the tech of like a 2024 game. It's crazy, that game. And I don't know. That game is such a marvel. Like, what an accomplishment. No need to speak of nostalgia for that, man. No amount of nostalgia. Yeah, I mean, that's true too. If like, as much as I like certain things, like if I think something's shit, I'll say if I think it's shit, you know? Are you a bounty guy? Oh, you are the bounty guy. Okay. Oh my god, the clouds are moving so quickly. That looks really sick. What the hell?
Now what am I to do?
Hang on just a minute. This is dangerous. Even a protagonist wouldn't survive that drop. That's cute. Oh, is that our gauntlet runner? Oh my god, it's moving too. That's awesome. That's really cool.
Now what am I to do?
Oh yeah, I said that too when I started this game, Oni. Like, it's ATLUS, bro. Like, ATLUS knows how to cook. They know how to cook. They should have had just a remake with all the confusing things. You know, I don't know how much I want to go into this because I do want to focus on playing on Metaphor, but I guess I'll try to give like a short answer to that. Before FF7 Remake came out, I wanted a 1-to-1 remake. Then I finished FF7 Remake and I realized, no, I didn't know that I wanted this. And now I know that this is what I want. I feel like FF7 Remake and what Square is doing with that is so much more interesting. Even if I end up liking the story less than the original, it's so much more interesting than just a regular remake. Like, and I know that for sure, at least for me with myself. specifically after playing Persona 3 Reload, because Persona 3 is my second favorite game of all time, and playing Persona 3 Reload was one of like the most uninteresting ways to experience Persona 3, even though I like it. I think Reload is really cool, but I think it's awesome. From an outsider, it seems like they're doing too much with story in the remakes. I feel like if they kept it one-to-one, then all you're doing is you're trying to give players a reason to never play the original by, it's like replacing the original, essentially. And I actually don't think that that's correct. I think that there should still be a reason to play the original games. I still think there's a reason to play Persona 3 Portable and Fez, because they handle the game so much differently than Reload. But it also gives you a reason to play Reload because it's different. It's just a lot of what Reload does felt like this is the definitive way to play Persona 3, or this is the definitive version of Persona 3. Whereas like with FF7, I see like there's no real reason to be like, oh yeah, you know, just play the remakes. You can forget about the original. The original doesn't matter. No, I get way more out of it. And that's so cool to me. I've never seen another company do that. I don't think we'll ever see another company do that. And that I think is something worth praising, because like, bro, you got to think about this from Square Enix's, or really the gaming industry's perspective, right? Final Fantasy VII is like the golden goose of Japanese RPGs. It put them on the map, and it's like, they're willing to change that. Who the fuck would do that? You know, like I remember saying before P3 came out, I hope they add this, I hope they add that. Of course they didn't end up doing it, because, well, why should they, right? They already have a winning success. Why would you risk that? It's so like risk averse, you know what I mean? So I think it's kind of funny when you see like Katsura Hashino, the director of Metaphor and the OG P3, P4, P5. He just had an interview this morning, I think, or a couple days ago, where he was talking about how I really respect developers and visionaries really in gaming that aren't just trying to make some boring, like, you know, boardroom video game. I want to make art, right? And I love hearing Hashino say that, because Metaphor feels like that from ATLUS. It's not like Persona 3 Reload. This feels like a pure vision that came from his mind. And I look at FF7 Remake, and that is what that is. It's not trying to be Final Fantasy VII. It's honoring Final Fantasy VII, but trying to do something else with it. And I think that's awesome. That's so cool to me. I convinced my friend to play FF7 OG, then start Remake and Rebirth, and love the remakes that much more. Right, exactly. I feel like I can appreciate them because of that. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. This is the reason why I don't like the 3DS version of Dragon Quest VIII less as opposed to its original on the PS2. Yeah, because here's the thing, right? Especially with like, again, with like Persona 3 Reload compared to the original, because they're following each other so one-to-one, like it's hard not to compare them, right? Whereas like FF7, I remember telling Tyler this a while ago. FF7 Remake is, even though it's following like some of the major story beats, it's so like different from the original that it's hard for me to even call it a remake, you know? Short answer, by the way, my bad. I'm really passionate about like video games and stuff, so. Reload made me realize one-to-one remakes suck balls no matter how well they're made. I'm okay with one-to-one remakes, and I'm down for them as long as like you make the original still available. That would be okay with me. Like, so for example, like a recent remake that came out that I'm really excited to play is Silent Hill 2 Remake. Silent Hill 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. And I'm interested to play the remake. I think it's going to be cool, but I also know that it's very, very one-to-one to the original. And I feel like the original should still be available, because the original has this charm to it that the remake, as interesting as I think the remake looks, does not have, because it doesn't have fixed camera angles, you know? It doesn't have how strange the fog works in the original. Its combat is far more improved, whereas the original, it's like horrible, but I think that adds to what the charm of that game was, you know? You should be able to play both, in my opinion. Hence why I probably won't play The Answer or Episode Igus, and I don't blame you for that. I wouldn't blame you for that. Like, I mean, The Answer itself, when I played that, I was like, bro, there's so much more you could do to this. Resident Evil 4 is a good example of one-to-one. I haven't finished it, but from what Robbie told me, he told me that Resident Evil 4 takes a lot of differences to make it feel fresh and different from the original. I actually think Resident Evil is a great experience, or a great comparison to FF7 remake. Like I remember he described to me, there's a section of Resident Evil 4 remake where in the it's technically the same level as the original, but they flipped the entire map where you started on the complete other side and you go through the level differently and experience parts of the story differently, and that the end of the game is it's not the same. It's like they added something, a different element to it. And I'm like, that's basically what FF7 is doing. Even I think Resident Evil 2 remake, which I did complete, is a lot like FF7 remake, which I think worked really well in Resident Evil 2 remake's favor. You know, you look at Resident Evil 2 original and Resident Evil 2 remake, buddy, those are like different experiences. Even though they have like similar story beats, they're completely different experiences. And there's still value to go and play the OG Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 remake never changed that. There's a reason to go play that. And I love that. I think that's sick. To me, stuff like Resident Evil 2 remake, 4 remake, and FF7 remake are like the pinnacle of remakes right now. And I don't know that I could see anything else like topping that. Even though, again, like, you know, they're different enough to where it's hard to really call them a remake. Yeah. Keep cooking. Dude, I just love video games. Love your passion about video games. Your video essays are engaging to watch. I mean, I hope I have like time to do more like video essays, but yeah, I don't know. Video games are just so important to me as an art form, and I love seeing like, you know, them expressed in certain ways. Like something I talked about with one of my friends, again, Robbie. He called, this is again talking about Persona 3. He saw Persona 3 Fez as like an art house project made by a bunch of like young guys, you know, trying to make a name for themselves. And he felt like Persona 3 Reload was them just trying to recreate Persona 3, but in the image of Persona 5. And so it doesn't, to him, it doesn't stand out. I agree with him to an extent, not entirely. But he sees Persona 3 Reload as like, you know, just kind of in the shadow of Persona 5 rather than standing up on its own. Will you be streaming tomorrow? I mean, there's no way I'm streaming 14 hours and 55 minutes today, so probably. One of my favorite remakes, massively nostalgia based, is Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Dude, I love Heart Gold and Soul Silver. They're so good. I'm also, dude, one of my favorite remakes, I know a lot of people hate it, is Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And honestly, when I think about it, even that game takes like heavy narrative shifts from the original to where I actually still think you could go play Pokemon Sapphire and have a different experience from Alpha Sapphire. And I like Alpha Sapphire more for that. Honestly, I agree with him. I agree with him to an extent. I think Persona 3 Reload still stands on its own. But I definitely do think that like it's closer to Persona 5 than it is like its own thing. Because like here's the thing, and I said this in another stream, at the end of the day, even though I feel this strongly about like, you know, seeing, you know, something like FF7 be represented in such a cool and interesting and different way, excuse me, at the end of the day, I just want people to be able to experience these stories that have meant so much to me, you know? So like at the end of the day, I don't really care if Persona 3 Reload is the definitive way to play Persona 3 or if Persona 3 Fez is the definitive way to play Persona 3. I just want people to play Persona 3. It doesn't matter which version of it, because the message, the theme of Persona 3 is so strong that no matter what version of it you're playing, you can still take that story back with you and grow from it. Whether that's Persona 3 or Final Fantasy 7 or fucking Pokemon, you know? I just want people to take that with them. So yeah, sure, I may have my own grievances with how certain remakes are handled. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter to me as much as like, you know, did little Timmy, you know, experience how sick this story was? That's more important to me. Persona 3 Reload warrants existence purely through fully voiced lines. That's fair. Okay, Chris, but then again, how do you feel about one-to-one Persona 1, Persona 2, where tons of people haven't played it? I mean, I think ATLUS is, they're never going to do something on the level of like an FF7 or something. I just don't see it happening. I think it would be 1-to-1. And even then, to me, if I were them, I would still make the original games available to play. Like, I understand that Persona 1 is honestly probably a pretty fucking terrible game. And I understand that Persona 2 is a really easy game. But I still think that those games should still be available for people to play in their original form, along with their remakes. Just sell both of them. You own the games, you know? Just sell them. I don't see any reason to not do it.
Now what am I to do?
Same here. I dropped pretty much all competitive games. I just want games with great stories and gameplay. I still like, you know, competitive games, like, you know, specifically fighting games. But yeah, definitely like single player JRPGs are like my thing. Judging from characters I've heard that make a guest appearance in Persona 1 and 2, I don't think a 1-to-1 will ever happen. An exact 1-to-1 at least. Well, that's true too. They would definitely add like social links and stuff like that. They would want to make it as close to like Persona 5 as possible. I would still say that 1-to-1 remakes increase the overall enjoyment gets that someone... I do agree with that. I agree with that, Freezer. Like, I'm sure anyone would agree with me on this, or most people would probably agree with me, I would say. But like, somebody who has never played Persona 3, right? It'd be a lot easier to be like, yeah, play Persona 3 Reload, than like go back and play, you know, Persona 3 Fez, which isn't even available. You can't even go and play that, right? Really, I think Tyler said it best in his video. It's like, do you want to play Persona 3 Reload or Persona 3 Portable? I don't listen. I know Portable has its fans, but let's be honest, brother. You're not convincing a new person to go play Portable. That's just not happening.
Now what am I to do?
Please don't say that. I'm only 20 and I just dropped out of years of competitive games in favor of JRPGs. Oh, well, that's funny. I hear you did the same, but then I fell into the pits of Dota and FGC. You still playing a ton of Dota? I can play Persona 3 Fez if you're a real G. We have our ways. We have our ways.
What? All good. Let's not.
Bro, I played Dota once. And I never played it again. I ate a couple trees and then I stopped playing. I think I only played like one full match, and that was with one of my friends for like a video. Because he needed me in it, and I was like, sure. Quitting League last year made my life colorful again. Hey, I'm happy for you, man. I don't, I mean, I say this all the time too, but like,
All right then.
even though like, you know, I quit League and have no intentions to come back to it, there is no problem with like wanting to play League. You know, like if it's like, if that's your thing, you enjoy playing League, you know, go do it. So anyway, how are you liking the game so far? Last time I saw you, you were fighting Zorba or something. I think it's pretty good. I like it. Oh my God, milk is that expensive? No way, brother. What? 30 MP to one ally. I'm buying that. It's a crazy username. Yeah, I used to call him Enslaving E-Girls every time I talk to him. And he's like, just call me Vincent, man. It's probably awkward to call me Enslaving E-Girls every time. Like, all right. Oh, shit. Oh, wait, no, it's been a week. Okay. I'm gonna see when Trails Remake comes out to see how Falcom does it. I would expect that one to be 1-to-1 as well, because I would imagine that they're trying to make it like an intro, like, you know, because it's the first game, right? So it'd probably be most people's introduction to the Trails series. But even with that, I mean, I should say I'm totally cool with 1-to-1 remakes. I'm down for them. It doesn't bother me. I just think they're less interesting to, like, you know, seeing somebody reinterpret a game. Because, like, I mean, with FF7 specifically, the reason I'm so impressed by Rebirth and Remake is because there's a lot of bad parts of FF7. You know, that game is not perfect. There's a lot of parts I don't like about it. And they actively turned to be like, okay, how can we make this better? How can we, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a line in The Answer that Yukari has that I think is like a great way to kind of explain how I feel about how I would like a company to do a remake, where she says something like, we have the chance to go back in time and do it again. How many people can ever say to do that? And that's how I feel about remakes, you know? Like, you have the chance to look at the game, look at its faults, and how can we improve it? And when you actually do that, I think that's so fucking cool. You know, like I talk about how like Nozomi is such a shit character. Whatever the magician guy's name is such a shit character. Most of the social links are not interesting or bad in Persona 3 besides like the sun. This is your chance to go and make them interesting or change the characters out or do something. And instead of changing them, keeping them the same to keep it faithful, I think is a mistake. I never thought I would care about characters like Yuffie, and the FF7 remakes made me care about her. I think that's awesome. It kind of just goes back to the whole like, you know, a one-to-one remake is less interesting to me because it's, again, it's like I've already experienced all this stuff. So like experiencing it again is cool, you know, with all the pretty and cool graphics, but like, how can you make this game I already like even better? I guess I just never thought I would ever think of a game that way. It's Pinoy's Discord members that sold me with Yakuza. Dude, yeah, I need to get into Yakuza. I feel like I would like them. I don't know, they could add the overall combat since it wasn't too great in general. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not saying that like, you know, things have to change like story-wise or anything like that. I'm just saying there are some instances where you can do it. I don't know anything about Trails, so like I can't say. But even with Trails, I'm gonna play the remake for sure, but I still want to play the original. I think the way I'm gonna do it is like I'll probably stream the remake, and then I'm gonna play the original on like my own time, like maybe like while I'm playing the remake, so I can like see the differences live.
An elder candidate?
Milk's $800. I know they're ripping me off, scamming me. Excuse me.
All right then.
Ugh, good.
More people missing.
This guy's a fucking freak. Well, in May I went from Yakuza 1 to 5 in 1 month. That, bro, I wish I had that kind of time. God damn. That's insanity.
What now?
Oh my god, that is crazy.
Okay.
The entire collection is up. I'll see you in like 20 years. Wait, what do you mean?
Now then. What now?
Is there like a best equip button? Oh, there we go.
You can trust in me.
Leave it to me.
I need a new weapon, bro. Oh, it's gonna take, yeah, no, it's gonna take me forever to get through them, bro. I feel the same about Yakuza. It's gonna take me forever to get through those games.
All right then.
Wait, they have this thing here too? Oh, this is the bald guy. He's on the rock. Wow, I didn't even realize that.
You.
Hang on, what if... I see. Oh. But...
I wonder if the third one's gonna like constantly change.
'Tis in thy hand.
Oh my god, thank you.
Yep.
Gotta head to bed, but thank you for the stream. Yeah, no, don't worry about it, Oni. I'll talk to you later, bro. God, I'm really excited to get into Trails, though. I think Trails is gonna be peak.
What now?
Let's go. Should probably save while I remember. Can't even let my wee ones out of the house because of the kidnappings. The poor barons are fair mopey about it. Bless them. When I told General Barden as much, his face felt like a dropped pie. He's a pure heart, our general is. But I, never mind that. Off to fight Heismay, are ye? Keep your guard up then. Rumor has it, he's got some passing skill. They say he's faster than any soldier, that nobody could so much as nick him. Must be quick on his feet.
Well met.
You're late. Poor Barden has been waiting on tenterhooks. Apparently the lady has graciously agreed to meet with us. Best not keep her waiting. Let us be about it. The castle looks positively ancient. I wasn't expecting the city to have such a rich history. Before the kidnapping started, I imagined the city knew peace. Let's get the details from the lady of the castle.
I've awaited you.
So you've all come. Fantastic. Lady Joanna is waiting inside. Let's go right now if that's all right. Nope.
Be well assured.
12 games. The only one that I'd have to skip is what the hell is it called? I don't even know the name of it. I just know it's on the PSP. But I was told that there's one that's like skippable that's on there. It's like an action. It's kind of like Ease or something. Johanna? Like Persona 5? The only thing I'm not sure about is like if I should wait for remakes of the Sky games to stream or just stream the first one and then play the second one and the third one on stream even though they're like older. I have no idea. Let me save before I hit him. There's this joke in the Yakuza community that the Yakuza story is basically the side content and the karaoke is what you buy the game for. Yeah, you see, that's kind of why I want to give it a go. And I honestly feel similarly about Rebirth because like a lot of that game, there's so much side content in that game that like you could honestly just buy the game for like fucking around. It's really crazy. Oh yeah, you can. What was the name of it? I want to say Trails into Reverie, but I know that's not it. I can't remember the name of it.
Cheers.
3 Skies, 4 Cold Steel, 2 Crossbell, and 2 from Daybreak. Okay.
Aye. Yes.
Wait, so does that mean that Reverie is skippable, or? I have no idea, bro.
May I present Lady Joanna, Sanctoress and the ruler of this city.
Hello.
These are the ones who have undertaken the request to subjugate Heismay.
I am Joanna, presiding lady of this city. On its behalf, you have my gratitude for traveling all the way from the royal capital.
Lady Joanna refused to use taxes to pay for this, so she sold her own heirlooms and possessions to secure the funds.
It's clear you want only the best for your people, milady. So we'll give you our best in return.
Dude, I can't help but like see her like thing on her neck constantly clipping into her body. It's like the shadow is clipping into its body as well as the thing itself.
I cannot claim any nobility above yours. Even as other aspirants to the throne quarrel and bicker, you've chosen instead to help the kingdom's people.
Well, we don't deserve that much credit. After all, we're not helping for free.
Even so, please put an end to this tragedy.
If you're gonna wait for the remake, you can play I don't want to wait for the remakes. I just don't know if like they will get remade. Like I don't know what's the better way to go about it, really, because I would assume that like watching the remake is probably better than watching the originals for most people. But I'm partial to how those older games look. I mean, I think I told you before. I think those older games look so cool visually, but I know for most people they would like to see like the, you know, 3D stuff. Not Reverie. I forgot about Reverie. I don't care for that game. Dude, you're the first Trails person I've ever met that's told me that Trails Reverie is not good. Everyone tells me that Reverie is like fucking Avengers Endgame. If I ever go to Japan, the first thing I'm going to is the nearest karaoke con. That sounds fucking awesome. Both still kind of the answer type beat. Oh god. Wait, really? Oh no.
I'm just fulfilling my duty as a candidate.
Thank you. In truth, I thought it foolish to decide a monarch by a simple vote of popularity. But perhaps there is something to it. Here is my offer. If you get rid of the culprit, I will appeal to the people of this town to support you.
'Tis most kind, but can you truly afford that? Surely, as a church sanctoress, His Eminence Forden would expect your support.
Indeed. However, I would rather have a king who truly cares for his subjects.
Yes, Lady Joanna.
Now, I must return to my duties. I shall await our next meeting.
We're counting on you.
'Twas a confident smile indeed, with a great deal of pain behind it.
I know it's but a step in our plan, but truly, I hope we can help these people. She even promised us political support.
She did say it. Well, I mean, I can't help but wonder if she'll keep her word on that. It's quite a promise to make when she barely knows us.
Did something seem amiss?
Not in particular. Maybe it's just the gloominess of this place getting to me. So what are we gonna do about Heismay? We'll have to go out in Sandworm territory to find him, right?
The mere fact of his kidnappings suggests he's passing unseen by guards and sandworms alike. The question is, how?
Let's ask around the city a bit first. Though I can't say we'll find many willing to talk with the streets this deserted. Maybe we'll have better luck around the taverns and shops.
We should go.
Everyone out to gather information. We should ask around too. Okay. I think the first guy's getting remake and depends on how that does the oh, like sales and stuff. That makes sense. Why do they all sound Scottish? Boy, you there? Can I talk to ye for a bit? Heard that you're gonna catch that Heismay for us. Now I just wanted to give ye my thanks. You see, my wife, she's one of the people that have gone missing. I don't know if I can be of any help to ye, but please, if there's anything I can do, just say the word. Anything about giant sandworms? Unfortunately, no. I don't know much about them, I'm afraid. Sorry I can't be of help. You have to ask the others around here, though. The shopkeepers might know more. Really? That's at the, Stairstone Market, right? Let's try asking around there. Tales of Reverie, story-wise, really nice. Ties some knots and stuff. Biggest castle player characters, but damn, just so much combat, in my opinion. Oh, okay. I see what you mean, then. It sounds like there's not, like, a good balance between, like, what's actually there story-wise, but, like, just way too much fucking combat. I can see that. That's rough, I'm not gonna lie.
Welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm all, afraid I'm all sold out of meat today.
So, hey,
Oh no, that's okay. We're after information more than meat today. You don't happen to know anything about a giant sandworm, do you? Only that it's dangerous. When I go out hunting, I give them a wide berth. Wow, impressive that you got there alone. Still, do you know anyone who might know something? Let's see now. You might try asking that fella by the armor shop. He's got quite a fondness for giant sandworm larvae. You're a new face. Oh, are you that helper lad I heard about? Didn't expect you to be an Elda. I figured as much, seeing that massive gauntlet runner over there and all. Not that I think you can't do the job, yeah? If Barden picked you, then I believe in you. You think a kidnapper's scary, but this Heismay fellow is beyond the pale. I heard he can command illusions. Anything's possible when he's able to abduct folk right off the street. You better be damn careful is all. Okay. Rich, poor, man, woman, hell, even child. It doesn't matter to them. They're ruthless. Usually you kidnap someone, you've got a purpose, yeah? But not here. It's downright spine-chilling, it is. My daughter has gone missing. Please, help me find her. Ma'am, it's been 3 weeks since she went missing. It pains me to say it, but no, I refuse to believe it. Children aren't just getting snatched up like that. It seems we missed the mark with our assumptions. I've spoken with the guard corps, but they know little and less.
What is it?
Giant sandworm? We Martirans love our edible grubs, but we're a bit indifferent to their inedible... Inedible what? Parents, okay. You can't eat the parents. I can't recall any... Oh, wait. Hang on. I just thought of someone. There was a merchant yesterday at the tavern boasting he'd gotten real close to the sandworm's den. If that's true, it'd be quite the feat. Maybe he's still in town? That's some good info. Maybe this merchant's still nearby. Let's ask around Thoroughfare Square.
Hey!
I remember seeing that clip of Mark Hamill, forgetting he was in there. You hop between 3 main characters? Bro, that sounds like a lot to like manage story-wise, I'm not gonna lie. Excuse me.
Elder candidate?
Hello. Questioning will do us little good with so few to question. What about you? Any leads to report? Merchant's been that way. Fine work. I recall seeing a shopkeeper to myself thereabouts.
Now what am I to do? Good, good.
Say, I've heard about you. They're saying you've come all the way from the Grand Tread to take down Heismay. We've been waiting for someone like you, someone with real guts. Hey, you interested in letting me test your courage in the truest sense? I think you'd really fly. What's with this guy? To be honest, he doesn't seem like he'd be much help in gathering information. Is this like a mini game or something?
What am I to do?
I've seen that as well. Alright, dude. I'll see you later, Nisu. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Shadows of Valentia did hopping between MCs really well. I love that game. Dude, I need to play that game. I have been so hyped up on that game, and personally speaking, I think Shadows of Valentia is one of the best art styles I've ever seen in games, bro. Looks so good. It all makes sense, but damn, just give me the story. At least it's on the shorter end, like 40-ish hours. That's still pretty long, to be honest. Shadows of Valentia has more voice acting than this game on God. You know, that other game I talked about, that is like a Game of the Year contender for me, Emio the Smiling Man. I know that's not like a, you know, a sprawling RPG or anything, but it is a visual novel, and that is like completely voice acted fully. But yeah, this game has like so little voice acting, it makes me sad. I think I'd almost prefer if there was no voice acting with how little there is. Because like the little that is there is so good, like so good. And then it just becomes jarring when they stop, like there's no voices. The day a visual novel wins Game of the Year is when hell freezes. Yeah, it's never gonna happen. But Emio was really good. I highly recommend it. Like highly recommend it. That game was so good. Well, we're looking for a merchant. One who had something to say about the giant sandworm yesterday. Oh, that guy from last night. Yeah, he was blathering so loud, you heard him from whether you wanted to or not. Oh, where he is? Heh, who do you think you're talking to? I'm this town's informant, you see. I can tell you where the merchant is, among other things. But information isn't free, friend. How's 100 feet Reeve sound? Sure.
Thank you kindly.
Just like I knew you would. Now then, deal's a deal. It's the Ishkia in front of the fountain just there. He drank so much yesterday at the tavern he was practically taking a bath. Now he's hungover.
Right.
Yes, finally we got some useful information out of this guy. Let's go to the fountain and talk to the merchant.
I'm out of ideas.
Dude, I've heard that guy say I'm out of ideas like 100 times.
More people missing.
Also, how are you, Bichu, man? Did you just wake up? Visual novels go crazy. I need to play more. There's a few I still want to stream. Need to finish Witch and the Holy Night? Yeah, bro. I need to play that game. Just got on my computer. How we feeling today? Ugh, my head. What is it? You got business with me? Hey, is it true you got pretty close to the giant sandworm's den? How'd you manage to do that and live to tell the tale? Ugh, right. To tell you the truth, I didn't get that close to it. I just found a giant sandworm husk. That was it. And then at the bar, I was excited and, well, pretty drunk. Anyway, at some point, the story turned into me waltzing right up to the sandworm, staring it down. And I regret that now.
No good.
Well, great. No one seems to have any information. It's almost sunset, too. Let's meet at the tavern for now. I'll go gather everyone else. You'd like Yubaneko, longest ship, but the characters are so good.
I knew it wouldn't be that simple.
Yeah.
Far too early to give up. I spent over a year asking after the prince with no luck. And still I did not falter.
Oh, sorry, I'm stretching. Yubaneko is one of the ones I wanted to check out.
Yes, and it's very admirable. But I think I prefer a change of tack instead.
You
Excuse
there?
me.
Might you answer a question?
Terribly sorry, but I can't help you.
Did we hit 72 hours? No, we just hit 24. I know that's going to sound really weird, but it's because this is the first subathon I'm doing where I'm actually pausing the timer when I sleep. I usually don't. But I'm pausing it because too many people keep complaining about me cheating and stuff, so I'm actually pausing it this time. But basically, the first 12 hours of the stream is just what I was going to stream anyway. Then the next 12 hours was all, you know, through the incentives and donations and stuff. Same with this next 12, or what is it left? 14? Yeah. So, it's still like a ways off until we even hit the 48-hour goal. Terribly sorry, but I can't help you.
On my leisure. You're better off finding the information you're looking for elsewhere.
Okay, pompous man.
Suspicious character, isn't he?
Hey, you lot. You
Oh, this guy's ugly.
You're Barden's man.
Yeah, the guy with the attitude.
Not sure I should tell you this, but here I am. There's actually a way to avoid the giant sandworms. You just gotta wait for the sand flash. It's a local event, a kind of storm, and the wind kicks up sand peppered with magic crystals. Not too uncommon a sight round here. Our diviners say we'll have a sand flash in about 5 days. Seems to put most wild beasts to sleep. Might be some magic effect, or might just be waiting out the storm. And that includes the sandworms, eh? They'll nod off, and with proper timing, you'll sneak right past them. Heismay might well be using the same trick himself.
We're much obliged, but if you know all this, why haven't you and the guard gone out?
A guard unit stomping around would wake up the whole den. Didn't much like saying it, but us local lads wouldn't be much use against Heismay anyway. But you think they can handle him? Aye? Wouldn't be here otherwise.
Absolutely.
Good. Then we're counting on you. Can't have you getting yourself killed now. Cap's reputation's on the line. And, one more thing. You didn't get this info from me. Aye?
Bro, what was that sprite?
But why? You could have shared this with us at supper yesterday.
What? And got myself volunteered to go out there as your travel guide? Nay danger of that.
I see.
Anyway, I'm counting on you.
Finally, a solid lead falls into our laps. And we'll not even have to bother with the sandworms. We've apparently got 5 days till the sandflash hits. Let's make sure we can get this done quick. Looks like more than a day's trip on the map.
If it takes us one night to reach the giant sandworm's territory, and we aim to go when the storm has them all asleep, we should leave in 4 days' time.
Let's go inform Muris.
Righto, straightforward enough. Long as we get in when the worms have all tucked in for a nap, we'll be just dandy. Suppose I'd better crack on with the tune-ups then. Don't want the old girl failing on us when she'll be our only hope of egress, eh? Oh, that? Damned if I know. It was just in the blueprints from the royal family. Works rather like an igniter, but no idea what it does. Just don't go breaking... Oh, easy there. You all right, lad? Thought I saw something glowing. Then you came over all giddy, gave me a start. Still can't believe this thing reacted. Look, we don't want any nasty surprises, so I vote we stay put and rest up for today. Just in case. Don't want you passing out on me, do I? Just consider it a little precaution for the trip.
We rested inside the Gauntlet Runner for today.
Time marches on,
okay.
and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Just finished Dungeon Travelers. I think I have heard of that game. That sounds familiar. Okay, Chris knows what happened, but somehow, some way, play the... I cannot say that name, but you are not the first person to recommend that to me. I have them on my wish list. I don't know anything about them though. Are they visual novels or?
On this road, a supernatural awakening, a call to adventure, legs to carry you. All of these are coming together. Accordingly, new powers needed for the journey seem to have awakened.
Are you talking about that thing inside the Gauntlet Runner?
By my eyes report, there is one piece of equipment in the Gauntlet Runner that was created in ancient times. Something no longer crafted in this day and age. A divine relic. It contains ancient magic once thought lost. The power of teleportation. With proper use, its great power will turn your Gauntlet Runner swifter than any beast or transport on land. Most interesting. The reasons elude me, but you seem qualified to use this divine relic. I cannot imagine this is mere coincidence. Perhaps you are guided by an unknown hand. Now, try to imagine. Vivid, familiar scenery. Somewhere far from the land where you rest.
Is this like fast travel?
What's going on here?
What's with all the yelling? Wait, isn't this...
What? The royal capital? How? We were in Martira just last night.
Eurus? Surely you didn't drive us back here?
Are you mad? Don't you remember how many days the last trip took? You can't dash and well pop over to the capital in a single night.
I wonder if this is the teleportation magic Moore was talking about.
What? So this is some magic you saw in a dream?
Okay.
So this teleportation, it can just whisk us all back to the royal capital in a flash. Even the Gauntlet Runner came along for the ride.
It certainly did. And there might be a reason for that.
Do you know something?
She was custom made for the prince. When I wasn't there in the concept phase, when they gave me an odd gadget and said, make it work, I bloody well made it work. You saw it yourself, eh, my lad? That part all bound up in its heart. Last night, we caught it glowing. Then I wake up and find a proper hullabaloo. Damnedest thing. It only started glowing when you got close, eh? Maybe you were a trigger of some kind.
Yeah, maybe I am.
I cannot say I've heard of teleportation, and yet... Surely there can be no explanation for this other than magic.
Hold on. If we're back in the capital, that means we've got bigger problems. We're due back in Martira for the bounty. If it takes us days to get back, that's all our planning ruined.
If we magicked ourselves over here, let's bally well see if we can magic ourselves back, eh?
He makes it sound so easy, but what do you think?
'Tis no small feat we ask, I know, but might you at least try?
Test the ancient igniter's teleportation. The euphoria. Yeah, I know. I still need to. I'm still going to do that. I don't know when, but yes, that is something I gotta do. Hey, Mr. Ballsacks. Yep, that's me. That's me. Visual novel with tactics gameplay. Oh, is that like fucking... Because I was told 13 Sentinels is like that. I need to play that as well. Aqua Plus, one of the OG VN makers. Okay, I'll look into it. Clothing in this game is all... Yeah, sometimes I think people have like the sickest clothing, and sometimes I'm like, what the fuck is this guy wearing? Hop on the OG Fate Stay Night visual novel, then Tsukihime, and then Witch of a Holy Night. I do want to get into those. I actually own... Dole recommended Witch of a Holy Night to me a long time ago, and I ended up buying the collector's edition of Witch of a Holy Night. But I don't have the others. Oh wait, it's downstairs, I think. It's like 200 hours of gameplay. I mean, dude, that is what we signed up for as fans of JRPGs and visual novels. I can hardly follow such turns. I never thought His Highness's Gauntlet Runner would hold such a secret. No, I want to play the remastered one and see all the damn oh. Plug this in. It's getting mixed up. You know what? I remember listening to a podcast talking about that it like swaps some of the sprites with other sprites, and it's like really goofy or something. When you get the PC version of Metaphor, I got you this. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That is actually amazing. Thank you for that. My Steam family library. I can't. I have my own library that I share with like my family and stuff. I love how this thing sounds, bro. This whole... Dude, the Gauntlet Runner is so sick. Like, what a cool-ass idea.
Oh, dash it.
Well, you could knock me down with a feather. I always thought something was strange. I thought it to be a type of igniter, but when I tried fueling it with magic, it was quiet as a mouse. I ran up and down the castle asking the other court engineers, but nobody had an answer. Couldn't even tell who put the blasted thing into the design.
Where to?
I'll focus on Martira as a destination. Easy.
It reacted. The lad really is the key to triggering it.
Oh, hey, are you sure this is safe?
All we can do is trust him.
It's Martira. They really are back.
I can't believe it. It feels just like when the king's magic caused that spectacle in the capital.
I think it's really cool that they came up with like just a reason to like, you know, have fast travel, like give it like an actual reason behind it. It's so goofy. Like that's so cool. I love that.
In my eyes, it's the other way around. It's not powerful by virtue of being connected to the king or to the lad. Maybe it's that all magic is supposed to have potential of this magnitude. You've all got some
face by Hulkenberg
too, eh? Gives one the sense that those sanctists preaching about needing igniters are wrong or lying outright.
I suppose when you say it like that.
Speaking of sanctism, well, not like this. A tool full of this kind of practical, unorthodox magic is against all their teachings. Why would the royals have had it?
Hold a moment. With this teleportation on our side, can we travel anywhere in the world with only a thought? If that's so, we may not even need a gauntlet runner at all.
What? You mean we could just magic snap ourselves to Brylehaven? Just like that?
Go on, try it out.
So this is going to be a thing where they teach us that like you can only fast travel to places you've already been. I love this. I love this. I really like when games will tie like actual mechanics to the story, dude. It's the best. This is cool. I like this a lot. It's not gonna work.
No reaction.
We've never been there. Yep. I wish I could imagine it, but we've never been.
So we can't go somewhere we've never been before. Anywhere else you've been? How about Montario?
No. Commoners don't usually visit the 3 great cities.
'Twould seem this power of travel is somewhat conditional. Best that we define its boundaries now.
So, in the end, the only places we can teleport to are the cities we've actually been to.
Well, thank you very much. Ha! Almost had me out of a job there, lad.
Sounds like you've got to envision the destination in great detail for it to work. We'll need more than a glance out a window or a passing familiarity. And you have to focus for it too. Seems to take you a moment, which means it won't save us in a fight.
Not as convenient as it sounds, huh?
How so? Now we can return to the royal capital anytime we need to restock. 'Tis useful enough as is, and the more places we travel, the more we can return to.
You're right. And now we can drop by to see Maria whenever we like. Put like that, it really is something impressive.
Even if we've no idea where it comes from, it should certainly prove useful.
Our next foe is a bounty, and we have a lot of preparing to do. We've got 3 days to go, so don't forget.
You forgot the sequel to Fate Stay Night, Hollowed Atarixa? It was goofy and I want to experience that. Dude, I just love stupid stuff, you know? Goofy stuff is awesome. Kind of makes sense with the passage of time, the time it takes to travel. Yeah. That's why I like it. It's cool. I like justifying it, even if it's like the most ridiculous thing ever. It's just so video gamey. Excuse me. To capture Heisme, you must be well prepared. You can grow stronger by accepting requests around town, such as the Martira Recruitment Center. Now that your mission has begun, your base of operations has been changed to Martira. Each time a new operation begins, the town you stay in will become your new base. Your departure date is July 2nd. Try to be well prepared for it. If you want to return to a previous location, such as Grand Trad, open the world map on the R1 or on the map menu and select it. You can travel there using teleportation magic. Teleporting does not pass time, so feel free to return to previous towns to complete unfinished requests or meet with followers.
Oh, that's right.
So?
We're up against a strong opponent, so we'd better make sure we're as strong as we can get to. Speaking of, I saw some bounties up at the recruitment center. Oh my god, we have 3 days? That's crazy.
All right then. All right then.
Oh, there's a lot of requests. Oh my god. Am I even gonna have time to do all this?
Oh, my apologies. You're all right there. That's a relief. Well, I'll be off now.
Hey, you sure you want to let that fellow go? He nicked something of yours just now when he bumped into you.
Oh no! Grievous' dagger is missing! Let's chase after him! I don't see him anywhere! Jeez, how'd he disappear so fast?
Where can we find a clue that will lead us to the man who took Grievous' memento? Let's try asking the guy who told us it was stolen.
Come on!
Hey, you! That guy who stole our dagger. Any idea where he went? Okay, this is like, again, like what I mean by, like, you get a fucking, like, a voice section for something, and then all of a sudden it's not voiced, and it's probably going to become voiced again randomly. It's so weird.
No.
I may not. I have no reason to give you that information. That's true, but I mean that dagger's really important to us. Is it? Well, you'll have to excuse me if I don't go lending a hand to everyone who puts one out. Oh, come on, not even a hint? Man seems to know something. Where can I get him to help us? Consider it a kingly investment. Really work? Wait, isn't high enough. So I need higher imagination to do this. Okay. When are we doing a podcast? Bro, I would love to do that sometime. It's just so hard for me to find time. Like, it feels like, you know, I thought like the older I get, the more time I'd have, but it feels like I get less and less time. Hopefully sooner than later, I don't know. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah, you want to go out? Think of what in the world the Fire Emblem devs are cooking right now. They've been in sun since Engage released. FE4 remake, baby. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna take a break here. My dog wants to go out, so I'm gonna walk him, feed him. I'm probably gonna have lunch because I've been hungry for a while now. I'll be back in like 45 minutes to an hour, something like that. Let me just go ahead and save. Yeah, I'll be back. BRB.